Lost in the Script, episode 86. What's your price? I'm sick again.
Yep, again.
While we were in county, I guess they gave me something to get me sick.
What up, George? What's up, man?
Regina don't do county; she do federal. Classy,
classy.
That's why she didn't come to the backup channel.
Y'all going to be good this week. Now that Travis got his soul glow on, and that Sanders must be the money track playing in the background while Duke never selling out.
Look at Cuba Gooding, older brother or younger brother. I don't know which one.
We finally updated the comment thing so you can see emojis now. It won't just come up as word
or semicolons.
Yeah. What up, Walt? What up, man? Thank you very much, man. Definitely want y'all to hit the notification if you will, so you can be alerted. Rape with Travis Lawson and Scissor Up episode 1 and 2.
And ready? Did he mean to say I'm ready?
Grandfather Duke, Travis George, LOL, and the rest of the chat.
What it do, Regina?
Saturday. Yeah, it's cold, man. It's cold.
It's very cold here. That's why I'm sick.
What up, Kiefer? Salute to the chat. What up? Love the content, love the host. These fellas have a bright future. Let's support our own. Yeah, man. Let's support our own, definitely.
Good luck.
Yeah. And we support what we like. So, like Travis said, green eggs and ham, I don't give a damn. The name of the handle is Sam Good. Hold on, let me change something right quick.
Well, damn, my handle need to stop letting me get sick.
Can I? All right, let me. Yeah, there we go. See the whole comment. All right. How you doing, Katie? What's up?
Is this a new one?
I don't know.
Well, she probably been here.
I think I've seen that name before, yeah. How y'all doing, man? Another week in the books. Another week in America on planet Earth where we got to talk about some things that happened. We're going to go into a lot of stuff. A lot of topics are just lingering. There's some topics that have been lasting for the last 2 months almost.
That I don't give a damn about.
Well, I do, because I like to pay attention to the storylines they get. You know why I like the storylines, Travis? Because I like to see what's lost in the script.
You nosy, and you
no, what's lost in the script. I want to see what's the real storyline. I watched the backup channel. Just had a conflict to watch when I got home. Oh, okay then. Yeah, Travis. So the word
we understand you don't do county, you do federal. You
all
classy.
Right. Let's get to it. There was a case that we talked about, what was that, 2-3 weeks ago maybe, that I thought was the end of it, but apparently there was 2 lawsuits. So it's a settlement. Now it's a settlement. Before he settled the first lawsuit, I guess. Now he settled the other. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. This headline kind of, dismissive, ain't it?
Oh, you wanted him to say his name?
No, his name, he's not just Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, He's
he has his own identity, but the thing started off of her. So
yeah, but still, anyway,
nobody would know who he is if they didn't say Breonna Taylor's boyfriend.
People, if you read the article, you would.
Do you know his name?
No, if you read, I know his name.
What's his name?
Kenneth Walker.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Point of the matter is, damn, you could put his name. You can read the article and find out who he is. But anyway, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend settles lawsuit over shooting. Apparently, he settled for $2 million. And that starts with the name of this episode. What's your price? Would you? It's you're asking this question for somebody who never been through it. But if someone you knew, or you were put in a situation where you had to deal with police in this type of situation, would you be willing to settle? I know you always said no.
Somebody shooting at me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not settling.
So it's like, once again, every time one of these cases happen, I always say, if there was no wrongdoing, no arrest necessary, why are you settling and giving somebody money?
Because there was wrong there.
Yeah, the
boyfriend
boyfriend
wants you to shut up.
That too. A lot of times when they get these settlements, they have to agree not to publicly speak on this case anymore. The boyfriend of Breonna Taylor, who fired a shot at police, they burst through Taylor's door on the night she was killed, and settled 2 lawsuits against the city of Louisville. His attorney said Monday. The city agreed to pay $2 million settlement lawsuit filed by Kenneth Walker in federal and state court. One of his attorneys, Steve, said in a statement, he added that Taylor's death would haunt Kenny for the rest of his life. Remember, the crazy thing about this case is when it first happened, they immediately charged him with killing her. Remember that?
But it quickly went away.
Well, yeah, because people was like, this don't make sense. The initial information that came is saying that y'all the ones that shot her. He shot at y'all. But they try to paint it like, you know how if a cop is chasing 2 people and they kill one of them and don't kill the other, you know they'll charge the person they didn't kill with murder? They're saying we only killed them because you and him was doing something you had no business. So we're going to charge you with the murder of that person.
Well, that's bullshit.
Or the death of that person.
And they let him do that?
That's what happens. So in this situation, they try to hit him with the same thing with Breonna Taylor, but luckily for him, very early in the situation, he was able to get away from it. The case highlighted the issue of no-knock warrants, which allow law enforcement agents to enter the home without announcing their presence, and led to a re-examination of the practice. Walker was initially charged with attempted murder of a police officer, but charges against him were eventually dropped as protests and news media outlet on the Taylor case intensified in the spring of 2020. Remember 2020 was also the year where a bunch of celebrities was trying to gain all the attention they could on the internet.
Oh, David Spade.
Not just all of them.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Ellen. Ellen was on house arrest.
You remember they was talking about the lockdown and how you can just stay home. People were pointing out, well, y'all guys live in mansions with pools and all that other stuff. Yeah, you can stay home.
Bowling ball rings.
Yeah, I mean, you got all type of stuff in your house. Yeah,
movie theaters.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind staying home. So yeah, but I'll just point out.
Chuck E. Cheese.
2020 was a very strong year of propaganda. All type of stuff that happened that year. And obviously the George Floyd marches /riot/ protests happened, which led to a lot of political. They used that for a political push in 2020. So, but anyway, earlier this year, U.S. Justice Department prosecutors charged the 3 Louisville officers with a conspiracy to falsify the Taylor warrants. One of the now former officers, Kelly Goodlett, has pleaded guilty and admitted to helping create a false link between Taylor and a wanted drug dealer. But see, here's the thing. If you knew it was a false link, what was the point of going there then? What was the point of going there? Well, we've heard stuff about this is another case of attempted gentrification because the building that she lived in, or the area she lived in, that area is now being, they want to build up on it with a different population. Who was said like that? They're looking for a new population to be there. So they're saying part of this was to get people out of the area. But this seemed like too far to go to get somebody to get a certain population out of a area. Although in the past they've done much worse. They flooded entire cities. Lakes now cover certain cities. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's that on that. He was able to get somewhat. Would you consider that justice? Was that price justice? That price, $2 million was good enough for him. I think the family was given.
He got $4 million in the bank, so it's justice for him.
I think the family was given $22 million. I think her mother was given $22 million, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess that was their price. They were willing to move away from this whole situation. He also said that he's going to put some money towards scholarships for criminal defense attorneys.
We'll see.
And civil rights attorneys.
We'll see.
You think he's just lying?
Niggas tell lies.
Why would he lie?
He was in the heat of the moment, and he just felt so wonderful about getting all this money. He was like, you know what? I'm going to donate money to criminal justice.
Travis, don't read Duke. Stop covering up.
Don't hold your breath.
His sick ass. Oh, no, being the ambulance chaser Crump. Enough said. He settled, so it was a setup. Listen. Benjamin Crump, we say all the stuff we said about him. Let me tell you something. He be everywhere. He's everywhere. He don't miss an ambulance. He is in every city,
and
in
he
every
just
state.
started dipping into the Hispanic community.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. He had a case where they said he was representing some Hispanics about some type of discrimination. I can't remember what. Oh, wasn't it the immigrants who was brought here?
No, I thought it was a Chicago kid that got killed.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
I'm for all peoples of color.
I'm for peoples. Shout out to Crump, I guess. He getting his money, man. And they made sure they call him. So what's it, his only his only competition is old buddy in Texas, the one who ran for office. What's his name? The attorney that ran for office. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The one who represented the Botham Jean family.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He the only one he's in all these cities too. So he got comp. Police officer Aaron Dean found guilty of manslaughter and killing of Anita. I've been saying her name wrong, I believe. I've been saying Anita. I don't know why. It's Atatiana Jefferson.
You're thinking of Anita Baker?
I don't know why I kept saying Anita. But yeah, Atatiana Jefferson. So he was found guilty of manslaughter. So apparently she did have a weapon. He said she pointed it, but the other officer said he never said anything about a gun.
It doesn't matter. He was on her property. He's a police officer. He should have came. Matter of fact, the neighbor said the door was wide open.
Yeah.
He could have went to the door and said, everything okay in here?
Yeah,
why you going to creep around to the back of the house?
Exactly.
When you go through the house or yell in the house?
The first thing you would think he would have did was announce himself and say, police, is anyone here?
And then you trying to blame the neighbor.
I didn't try to blame him. I just pointed out they're the ones who could have been a different type of neighbor.
You said the neighbor killed
let me
her.
say this. I was kind of harsh.
No, don't try to backtrack now we on air. See, this is what you do. But George said you keep it real.
Can I get my point across?
Go ahead and backtrack.
I'm not backtracking.
Okay, go ahead.
Last episode, I said he should have been a neighbor and actually went over there himself.
What I should have said was
he should have been the type of neighbor that go, because they're different type of neighbors. You mean
now you're trying to explain it politically correct.
It's not political. I'm being,
You said the neighbor won't shit, and
I didn't say that. No,
yes,
you lying.
You said he's the one that killed her.
Don't lie on me. I didn't say that.
You said he's the one that killed her.
No, you lying. I did not say he killed her.
All you do is tell lies.
I did not say that. I said he could have been a different. I'm saying now.
You saying now? You lying?
I'm not. I'm saying now.
You're switching up your story.
He could have been the type of neighbor who could have went and checked on the situation himself. You saw the door open.
Well, that man said he didn't want to get killed. He living out his last glory days.
Killed.
Huh?
He just got somebody else killed.
Now you keeping it real. He got somebody else killed.
Anyway,
the real Duke will come out.
A jury has found former police officer Aaron Dean guilty of manslaughter in the death of Atatiana Jefferson, a 20-year-old black woman who was fatally shot in a Fort Worth, Texas home in 2019. The jury considered both a murder charge and a lesser charge of manslaughter during its deliberations. According to George Gallagher, manslaughter is a second-degree felony according to Texas Penal Code and is punishable by up to 20 years in prison, up to a $10,000 fine. I always find it funny when somebody get accused of some type of crime like this, how they give them a fine and a prison sentence. They always make sure they get some money out of it, don't they? Even the damn court system. Dean's sentence will be decided by the jury. The sentencing phase will begin Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Throughout the 5 days of testimony, the jury heard from Jefferson's now 11-year-old nephew, Zion Carr, who was in the room when she was shot. Jurors also heard the Dean's partner that night, Officer Curl Darch, the call center operator who gave Dean and Darch the information about Jefferson's home and that they received that night. And Dean himself, additionally, jurors heard from Richard Fries, the deputy medical examiner, and whatever, we know. How much time they can get? It was a manslaughter charge.
10, 8 to 10.
You think at the same time as the woman who killed Botham Jean? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. It happened back to back, which is crazy. A white woman killing a black dude.
He wasn't black. He was Haitian.
A white woman killing a person
of Haitian descent.
And then a white dude killing a black woman.
A black woman. That's a black American woman.
So it happened back to back. So they probably give it maybe the same. But because he's a dude, they'll probably throw an extra 5 years on it, like you said. So probably she was given 8 to 10, wasn't she?
I don't know. I didn't keep up with it. After I saw the brother.
He was giving.
After I saw what the brother did.
Hugging up on her.
He waiting for her to get out.
With all that sexual frustration in that hug.
I know you didn't mean to do it.
Just let me know when you get out.
Please.
But yeah, they'll probably give 10 to 15 more than likely. All right. Next one I want to show. Did I make this a let me see. I don't think I made this. Okay, no, all right.
Come on, man.
I had to make sure, man. All right.
Unprofessional.
Trevor Noah thanks black women for teaching and shaping him in Pharaoh's speech on The Daily Show. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women, Noah said. You know, at some point you got to ask, the level of pandering that
they do for black
the media
women
does is insane. At some point, it's like,
you would think that a group of women that taught him so much, he would want to bury them and be with them, huh?
He's not married, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
He's engaged or he's married to a white woman.
Oh, you say he's engaged or married, so you don't know if he's married.
What's the difference?
So is he engaged?
I can't clarify
so you
whether
don't even know if
he
he's
is
dating.
or not. But anyway.
Hold on. Do you even know he's dating?
Yes, I do. He's with a white woman. But he says that
what
black women has taught him so much.
Well, what it got to do with him saying black women taught him a lot?
Because for a group of women that taught you, you would think you would want to procreate with them, correct?
No, that don't mean that.
What does it mean?
He just saying thank you for teaching me some stuff. Moving on.
Thank you for teaching me, but I can't be with you. But his father is a...
Yeah, it's a white dude, so... While the jokes was all sprinkled throughout...
African?
Huh?
His father's an African?
Yeah, that's what they call themselves. Noah's departure to carry the air the easiest of the deep appreciation for his time on the show and for the steadfast audience who's been taking the ride along with him over the past 7 years. After thanking said members, fans, and critiques...
Don't nobody give a damn about no Trevor Noah.
Noah then took a moment to express his gratitude to the countless black women who have taught, nourished, and shaped him over time. So
he's not funny. He's a dry comedian. Who gives a damn about Trevor Noah? I don't even know how he got on the comedy. Well, we know how he got on the comedy hype, the Comedy Central Network.
Comedy Central, you mean?
I said Comedy Central Network.
Oh, I thought you said Comedy Hype. My bad.
I did. I started to say Comedy Hype, but then I switched it.
You mean Comedy Hype that don't talk about comedy? But go ahead.
Damn, was that a shot?
I mean, it is true.
Why are you talking shit about a black-owned business?
Anyway, this is his thank you here. I'm not going to read it all.
Didn't Wolf 100 say support?
Huh?
Didn't Wolf 100 said support?
Hey, you don't got to support everybody because they black.
Oh.
Is that true? That's not true? Oh, you support Obama then?
Obama ain't black.
Or you support, who else? Who else is there? You support, what's his name? Al Sharpton.
If he would change his ways.
No, if he changed his ways, you'd be a different person. That's not the point.
If Al Sharpton would go a year without getting a relaxer and let his hair go back into 2.
It's over. He do old. It's going to be straight.
He would come back to his natural sense.
Nah, it's over. But these are the people he thought he thanked for nourishing him. The Roxanne Gays, the Tracy McMillan Cottons, I remember the names, the Zoe Zamondis, brilliant women who have taken the time to inform me and to educate me, to argue with me. But the thing I want to talk about this right here, it says, no official successor has been picked to replace Noah as of yet. The show will instead implement revolving hosts that include comedians such as Leslie Jones, Marlon Wayans, D.L. Hughley, Wanda Sykes, and more.
None of them.
So you don't think none of them could do it? I mean, they let him do it, Trevor Noah, and nobody thought he should have been doing it. Well, I won't say nobody. I'm pretty sure there's people that may have liked him and thought he was funny. But, I mean, based off what he just said, isn't that his pitch for it to be a black woman?
Please don't let it be Marlon Wayans.
What's wrong with Marlon Wayans?
Have you seen
Wayans
Brothers?
He's a great actor. He's a great actor.
Have you seen Wayans Brothers? One of the worst
I want y'all to know,
black sitcoms.
I want y'all to know Travis hates the Wayans Brothers TV show.
The only reason why I would watch it was because of Pops.
There's people that are going to get mad with you for saying this because people love that show.
We know who it is. It's going to be them New Yorkers.
It ain't just New Yorkers.
And I don't give a damn.
Our cousins liked it too. So what's he going to say to them? They not New Yorkers.
I tell fuck them too. It don't matter.
Fuck them. Damn.
They all get the smoke. It don't matter if you family or not.
All right, man. The next daily host, we'll see if that is something that's relevant to us. More than likely, based off who they're gonna have to repeat.
It's gonna be a black woman.
It's gonna be a black person. More than likely.
It's gonna be a horrible comedian, just like him.
Speaking of TV, hotel employees comedian Mark Curry accused of racial profiling are suspended until further notice. Hotel officials say they deeply regret the incident and will revisit training with their staff.
Listen.
We read through this right here. We ain't gonna read through this. What do you think about the situation?
Mark Curry has not been around in like 2-3 decades.
What do they got to do with him being racially profiled?
Why was he racially profiled?
Well, he said the reason why they approached him in the lobby and asked him, "Does you have a room here?" is because he's black. They didn't ask the white people that. Is that not racial profiling?
Were they getting around to asking other people, or did he have to just be the first person?
Well, he wasn't sitting there. He was sitting there for a while, he said, and they only approached him.
Man.
Come on.
He was staying in a cheap-ass hotel.
Why you
Those are
hotels
cheap? That you rent out rooms that you can stay in? You rent them out for a week?
Yeah.
What he was staying at.
Okay, what it got to do with anything? What does the price got to do with anything in him being racial profile?
Sometimes people make a mountain out of a molehill.
So now you think you're overreacting?
Celebrities love attention. This is his way of getting back into the media.
So you think he was just looking for his moment?
Yes, we know. Look at what Terrence Owens did.
Owens, yeah.
He hired a black dude to fight him and then lose. And for Tim, he called up to Moose Network and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be out here fighting in about an hour or two. Y'all might want to be out here."
It would have made more sense if you said the incident with the white people.
He did both. If you hold on, I was getting around to that too.
Okay.
He saw a random white woman and was like, "I need you to be a Karen. Pretend like you were being a Karen. Have your husband come out here because I need to get to some media right now."
But Terry Owens is relevant though, so he don't need to do that, do we?
Is he relevant?
Yeah.
How relevant is he?
You're talking about him right now.
I'm only talking about him because he's putting out fake headlines. Headlines.
He's not in this story and you brought him up.
Because this reminds me of that same situation with him.
Well, that means he did something wrong.
Yeah, he did his job by hiring a fake fight.
I would say this during this the back and forth, the guy obviously didn't know who he was, so he was like, he don't even know who I am. So he was saying, you think I don't have a platform to get my voice out. You don't even know that I got a platform. And
we only know you for hanging with Mr. Cooper. And the episode he did on Jamie Foxx, that was hilarious.
Why? That might have been one of the greatest episodes of Jamie
That was
Foxx.
one of the greatest episodes.
So he's talented.
Yeah,
so why
he's
you
very talented.
So why you dissing him?
I'm not shitting on him. I'm just telling the truth.
So y'all hear Travis think the man is a fraud, that this is fake, this is for attention.
You didn't have to repeat it. If they listening, they heard exactly what I said.
Okay.
But thank you. Y'all think because I'm sick, I ain't going to be going, I'm going to talk shit today. Just because I'm sick don't mean I ain't going to talk shit.
This how you get energy, talking shit to people.
I've been feeling down all day.
Yeah, Judge lets Wesley Caldwell out on $5,000 bond after almost killed a black golfer, Mark Coleman, by striking him in the back of the head with a club.
Is that DJ Academics?
That's DJ Academics at like 40?
Hell, he already looked 40.
Oh, shit.
That's what obesity do to you.
He do look like him. But the fact that he got out on a $5,000 bond after hitting, that's assault with a deadly weapon, ain't it?
Yes, that is.
Hit him in the back of the head, which means he was walking away, which means that was an intent to do harm. You didn't hit him in the
That was very cowardly to hit somebody while they're walking away.
We don't know if he walking away. We know hit him in the back of the head. You could hit somebody in the back of the head.
He hit him in the back of the head while he's walking away.
You could hit somebody in the back of the head standing in front of him. Swing behind him.
How you gonna hit somebody in the back of the head standing in front of him?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go get a golf club.
Okay.
You're going to stand in front of me, and I'm going to show you. You can hit somebody in the back of the head from in front of him.
I would advise you, don't put that golf court nowhere near me.
Hey, man.
I'm going to have to stick you with the candy bar.
Oh, now you stealing Bill shit. Look. See, why you be talking shit about people then stealing their shit?
What'd I say about Bill? That nobody else ain't said.
Oh, now you said what nobody else ain't said. All right, man. The political fallout over Brittney Griner. This release, obviously, we knew it was coming at the end of the year. They said it. But it's still in the news because people are still angry at the idea of letting out a arms dealer for a athlete.
Well, they shouldn't be because America has a policy of no American left behind.
But it left the other American.
and they're supposed to do whatever they have to do to get her back home.
But they left the ones who are against this are saying when they left the other American.
Well, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and people made a point. I remember I saw somebody say, well, the reason why Biden got her out because she represents two very staunch Democratic support groups. We got three, like you said, women, gays, and blacks.
Yeah.
She's all three.
So
they had to get her home because 2024.
You could put that's the same category.
2024, you don't want those three groups to say you didn't even get a gay black woman out of prison in Russia.
I thought that, why they had her over there in Russia.
Yeah, they was tinkering.
And when she got back, Anthony Davis was going to pick her up with his private jet. And,
why you bring Anthony Davis into this? The man ain't got nothing to do with this.
Have a bubble bath waiting for her. And then Brittney Griner is going to be living a whole different lifestyle.
That ain't happening. The decision caught Washington by surprise in a grand bargain brokered by Biden administration decorated WNBA star Brittney Griner's release from Russian penal colony last Thursday in exchange for Victor Bout, a notorious Russian arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death.
The Merchant of Death.
Look, I'm going to say this. I won't not be happy to not see a black person in prison. I'm not going to say she should have been in prison, but that's a crazy trade.
No.
Well, arms dealer.
She's an American citizen, and there's no American left behind.
I agree, but
so, as Americans.
But then again, like I said, this is
we do what we have to do to get the job done.
This is really just political pandering. Is this a form of pandering? I mean, you got somebody out of prison, so it's actually something tangible. But is it really still kind of panderish?
Yeah, it's pandering to who,
the demographics that they believe will vote for them, that wouldn't vote for them, that didn't get her out. Even though I think if they didn't. I think there would have been a lot of people who have been like,
what?
Shoulder shrug. Like,
they didn't care?
I mean, when she was in there, there was a lot of people like, why would you go over there with something illegal and how
she said she had done that several times and it had never been a problem, so.
And it was a problem or she never got caught?
You know what niggas say? They'll say it never was a problem, but it really was. I never got caught doing it, so I figured it wasn't a problem.
I don't know. We'll see how that continues to unfold. Because now hold on. Now she's in politics. She's in the political sphere now. So she's going to be asked to come on MSNBC, CNN.
Well, good for Brittney.
But my point is, when the WNBA season returns, it's not going to be it's no longer about basketball with her.
Well, Brittney Griner needs that money. So let her go be a political commentator on
Well, I don't think she's going to be a commentator. I'm saying she'll be interviewed.
Oh, okay.
But when the WNBA season starts, it's not going to be about basketball anymore. It's going to be
about Brittney.
It's about her. And how many people are going to get angry that it's no longer about basketball?
Well, nobody watching it no way, so.
Damn. Why y'all be swinging on me?
So it actually probably bring more viewership, more attention to it, because ain't nobody watching it no damn way.
All right.
You see why
wait. Let me can I read the headline first? Speaking of another athlete who's got a lot of political things going on around him and some social stuff, obviously, and spiritual stuff and a lot of stuff going on.
Say what?
What I say?
No, I'm serious. What did you say about Mr. Kyrie Irving?
I say he has a lot of stuff going on around him. Political, social, and spiritual.
What spiritual?
On his spiritual journey, he said, report, Puma and Adidas have reached out to Kyrie Irving about potential sneaker deal. You still ain't burn your Nike. You still ain't burn and cut up your Nikes.
I don't plan on.
Why?
Because I work too hard for my shit to burn it up and cut it up. Why would I do that?
So you support Nike? That's the one I should have been asked you. Do you support Nike?
Nike hasn't done anything to me. What they do to me? What they do?
Where the word Nike come from?
It's a deity.
So you support it?
But every brand that you wear is a deity.
But you support it?
I don't support it. I just purchase stuff I like.
So why you buying it?
Huh?
Why you buying it if you don't support it?
Because I like it.
All right, anyway. Puma and Adidas. Say what you about to say earlier.
That's why I didn't burn my shit up. I'm supposed to burn all my shit up and then go to Puma or Adidas. And then when Adidas and Puma get tired of his ass, I'm supposed to burn all that up too?
Adidas is tied in with Balenciaga. I mean, nobody's talking about it, but that ad campaign. Adidas So Puma, I mean, what Puma do?
They done something.
But another thing is, since Kyrie's talking about all this other stuff, wouldn't it be more of a fitting idea to sign with a company that's not mainstream?
Who would you suggest?
I don't know.
You had a suggestion earlier.
Yeah, I made a joke until LeVar Ball, Big Baller Brand. It was a joke.
You don't want to be laughed at, so now you're saying, it was a joke.
Oh, I can't get laughed at for asking questions. I remember somebody in the comments got mad with me for asking questions.
What questions you asked?
Remember, he was like, I asked dumb questions. I'm like, what? No, you ask questions. If you don't know something or you wondering, you thinking out loud, you ask questions. Anyway.
I have told people they be asking dumb questions.
There's no such thing as a dumb question.
There's a such thing as an irritating question.
It is, but it's not dumb. Just because you don't want to answer it, don't mean it's dumb. But anyway, should he sign with a black company instead?
Sure. Who's the black company? FUBU?
FUBU.
So Kyrie Irving gonna go to FUBU.
Well,
It's based in New York.
it is. He's from Jersey though.
It's right there. They all the same.
Pretty much, they consider themselves the same. Yeah.
So yeah, Kyrie Irving. Why isn't FUBU reaching out to Kyrie Irving? You want to know why? Because FUBU know he ain't gonna come there.
Well, he might not go to the Puma or Adidas. It says Kyrie Irving last week did draw attention for New Balance as well as Puma and others. The insider Brandon Scoop B. Robertson. I can tell you that last week Irving and a representation did meet with independent sneaker owner SIA, and there's no imminent decision on whether or not Irving and his team will sign with the company. But I told everybody is paying attention to the Nets point guard. Everybody reached out, and that's including, I'm told, Adidas and others. So there's a couple independent companies he seemed to be willing to work with.
Okay.
You ain't gonna support the brother on his journey?
I ain't supporting him with shit.
Why?
He's a tool being used in the media.
He's an agent of chaos.
Being chumped. Come back to being chumped.
No wine, no crackers, just cheese. Travis ain't sick. He full of it. Travis always trying to manipulate them traps with them tiny hands. How does Travis really know if it's a black-owned cause? Travis don't support FUBU. Oh, he brought it up again. All skin folk ain't camper. Exactly.
That's right.
That particular rabbit hole. Oh my God. Now, this could happen to any of us. Stay on code. I think they're talking about the whatchamacallit.
Shit be staged. Never know with Hollywood.
Yeah, they're talking about Mark Curry. Yeah, this was definitely on them agenda situations.
George said a gay dude. He talk about Brittney Griner.
Dance picture for both. Umar said it best. Yeah, that's what it's about. They just want the votes. I actually agree.
100 said, "Wow, Travis, wow."
Huh? I actually agree with Travis why he's choking on the truth. No one give a fuck about a lesbian. 4 demographics: LGBT, women, sports, entertainment. Travis on his not black stump. He wants to unsupported his master. Kyrie might go to FUBU, but Travis won't break news with his bad black American brothers.
I don't know. He's not a black American brother. He said he was Native American.
No, he said he has Native American ancestry.
Okay. So tell the Native American ancestry to go and support him. Why didn't Native Americans come out and stand in front of Barclays Center and protest for him like the Israelites did? We're just going to say Israelites.
Oh, yeah. Let me say this,
Hebrew,
man.
don't say black.
We said the term in the video, in that short, we said black Hebrew Israelites. And we had a whole bunch of people saying they're not
Still
black.
to this day.
Yeah, they're saying it's not black Hebrew Israelites, it's Hebrew Israelites. They said, listen, bro. I used that title because that is the title of the original video. I was giving credit to the person who actually did the interview. That's Jason Whitlock.
That was his content.
That's his content. That's why I made sure I put courtesy of Jason Whitlock, and I used most of his title to make sure that when you type that in, his interview will come up.
That's right.
That's called giving credit.
That's called being professional.
If I would have said Israelites, then it would have been, now all of a sudden you type that in, you're going to get a whole different set of recommendations. So I typed that particular headline in so that you would get Jason Whitlock.
And watch the full interview.
Yeah, I think it's 2-hour-long interview. I was going to link it in the comments, but I just said, whatever. I was going to pin it. But anyway.
Who is this?
Why the claim that Deion Sanders donated half his salary to JSU is a prime lie? So he just did his championship game. I don't know if they won or not. I think they had a
You don't follow anymore since he left?
No, they had a last-second touchdown to tie the game and go to overtime, but I didn't watch the end results yet. But they're going against North Carolina Central, I believe, another school. So he went back to coach the last game. He gave his reason for leaving, basically saying Jackson State is a bunch of shit going on. You can't change it. HBCUs are not run properly, and it's hard to be a change. It's hard to create the change that he want, being just a coach. And he's saying, everywhere I go, I'm gonna win. So y'all already knew that. Basically saying, look, I couldn't get shit done here. Basically,
you better win.
I couldn't get all the things I wanted here, so I got to go.
Because if you don't,
he was like, I want to go to another conference, but is the basketball team, the baseball team, are they ready to go to another conference? And it's like, no. So I can't go forward here because everybody not on this level.
Bullshit.
But also, people been using the excuse that he left because of money, and he was making the most money in his division, or some of the most money in his division, at least amongst the SWAC and all that stuff. And they made a point to keep bringing up that he donated half his salary to the school. Well, the school or people with information made sure to point out he did not donate half his salary to the school. He gave the money to them because he wanted particular things in the locker room. They were already upgrading it. They were already planning on getting a stadium and stuff. He wanted particular things in the locker room. That's why he gave up some of his salary. It wasn't him just doing this because they needed it. He was doing it because he wanted particular things to get it done faster. And that's what they did. So, yeah. But I think it's going to be a while. I think amongst the people who go to Colorado, the people who just like Deion Sanders, he'll be fine. I don't know, man. I think HBCUs will, his name will go down in history. For not a good reason to HBCUs. Especially if he lost his last game. I'm going to see the results in a minute. If he lost that championship game, that bowl game, they're going to be like, see, that's what you get. But yeah.
Wow.
What the hell? White professor calls police on black HBCU student for refusing to apologize. An alleged argument at Winston-Salem State University classroom led to campus police arresting a black student. Well, first thing I had to ask when I saw this is well, I can't say that
you
because
can't say that.
I said, why is a black professor at a PWI?
Exactly.
So I can't really say that about a white professor being at a HBCU. Can't say that. So I'll take that.
That's what affirmative action and diversity will get you.
What you think based off the video? No thoughts? You don't want to say it? Say it.
I'm gonna say sometimes you have to conduct yourself a certain way. That doesn't mean for her to apologize to the teacher. But at the same time, I mean, I wish we could have saw what happened before the video started rolling.
So you don't want to come to a conclusion yet?
I don't want to come to a conclusion.
What you think might have been the reason?
I don't think anything.
Oh, you don't want to give no?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not going to throw that sister under the bus.
Well, that means you're thinking about throwing under the bus then.
Because we know that white people have a superiority complex. And she might have just been getting the best of her with her words. And she didn't like it.
According to News One, Marie claimed the argument between her and her professor stemmed from Villa Gomez telling her to leave the classroom.
Wait a minute. She's a Hispanic.
She's white. Marie refused to leave, and they began yelling at each other. Villa Gomez reported the incident to another professor, which led to an on-campus police being called. Winston-Salem State students are outraged by the incident. Many who shared a recording also voiced their opinions on what took place. Well, they can say all that, but the school is actually coming to the defense of the teacher. HBCU Winston-Salem State University responds to video of Black student being arrested in classroom. Now, this article is just them saying we're still investigating. We don't know what happened. We want to get all the facts straight. We can't move as fast as social media does, so we'll have to take time, be patient, all this other stuff. But then the president, is this it? Yeah. Head of Black college defends the arrest of female student in class after she kicked off for being told to rewrite an essay saying de-escalation efforts failed. So what they're saying happened is she had a given essay or assignment they were doing. The teacher told her she needed to redo it in front of everybody.
Well, that's something that you would have a private.
Apparently, according to them, she felt embarrassed and began to go back and forth with the teacher. The teacher then began to yell. She started yelling back. The teacher then got worse and worse, and the teacher wanted an apology in order for her to stay in the classroom. She said, "I'm not apologizing." They called campus police. She was arrested. That's what they saying is happening. That this all stemmed because she told her to rewrite a paper. You don't want to get no thoughts, Steve?
Nope. I'm not going to give no thoughts.
I don't need to read. That's basically what they said happened. Like I said, when I first saw this, the first thing I thought is, why is a white teacher at an HBCU? They ain't got no bit. Then I had to stop and say, wait. All the damn Black teachers at PWI. So we just saw Coach Lee.
Exactly.
Hey, go to a PWI. So, I mean, if they going, we can't say they can't. You can't say one side can't have and the other can't.
Exactly.
So. Yeah. He actually shot. He actually should go to FUBU or Black owned or his own, like LeVar Ball. In my humble opinion, when it comes to the celebs, from the Mark Curry to the Yee to the Kyrie, it's almost always ends up being a humiliation ritual for them to benefit or elevate in some way, if I'm to believe this headline. Well, we talked about that before, and it's the same thing that's happening now with the case that's going on, the high-profile case between Meg Thee Stallion.
That ain't no high-profile
case.
Don't nobody give a damn about no Meg.
The Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. That's just, both of them are more famous now than they were in 2020. So that's what that's meant to do. People really don't even care about the case anymore. People are just following what's going on because of the drama. And that case will end in a mistrial. Nobody will be charged with anything. Nobody will go to jail. No, it'll be inconclusive, everything. So they'll walk away for the rest of their life with that being something that hang over everybody's head. Did she lie? Did he shoot her? Did a friend? All this stuff is fake. Same thing with the Kyrie situation. I won't say do you think his profile is bigger, or do you think he's taking more serious now? Is Kyrie taking more serious as a quote unquote leader? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, he gives away a lot of money. There was a Black HBCU student who couldn't afford to pay their next they couldn't afford to pay the tuition. And he sent them some money to pay it. I think they paid $6,000.
Well, for him.
He gave her $22,000 to pay for the next help her finish her time so she can get a degree. He's giving money to people for funerals. He's giving money for all type of stuff. He'll give money. What is the ultimate? But is that a form of support, or do you think that's buying credibility? But
you tell me.
But we can't really tell because we can't tell if it's sincere. We have to just take it for what it is. It's a good. It's a good deed.
Nothing for what it is.
It's a good deed, is it not?
They're wicked people that do good things.
That's not what I asked. Is that not a good deed? So how we kind of have to take it for what it is.
I don't got to take nothing for what it is. I got to see right through the bullshit, like Regina is saying.
The Black Israelites think they are Indian, so they have to give.
No, they don't,
so
George. They think the Native Americans are part of the Hebrew Israelites.
They're a tethered religion that Trevor supports.
Oh,
it's not a religion, George.
It's a culture.
It's not even. It's history. But
speaking of culture, we've been meaning to get around to this subject for weeks, but we always forget doing.
No. We don't have. We're waiting for a story to happen that drives the conversation. Unless you just want to get into it.
Let's just do it.
Say it.
I've said that wearing bonnets and do-rags out in public, I don't like it, and I don't think it should be done.
I said wearing do-rags is culture.
The only time I wear a do-rag is when I'm going to bed. I do not wear a do-rag out in public.
I say all quote-unquote melanated, indigenous, whatever you want to call them, Black people, all groups across the world typically wear head coverings. Typically. So it's cultural, obviously.
No. You shouldn't be wearing a do-rag or no bonnet out in public.
I think it's cultural. Now,
Have
you
some
keep accusing me of saying that sagging is culture. I never said that.
Yeah, you did. You said sagging is culture.
It's not culture. I never said that. I said it's not
People
culture.
walking around with their pants halfway off their ass is black culture.
No, it ain't. But do-rags is.
You ain't
Especially
gonna say
black
bonnets.
American culture. But every other culture
So
wears
you're not gonna say bonnets? You're not gonna talk about bonnets?
bonnets too, but then you brought in shower caps.
Shower cap.
That's different.
You wear shower caps in the shower.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got
Bonnets are not. Yeah, that's what bonnets are for. Head covering. What's the difference between a bonnet and
When
a
you're at
turban?
home.
What's the difference between a bonnet and a turban, or a Muslim wrap?
it's a difference.
What's the difference? Perception. You see a bonnet as ghetto because niggas do it. That's what it is. You see it as ghetto
I
because
see
it's
a
black
bonnet as
Americans
ghetto
doing it.
because it's ghetto.
Okay. Let's move on. Y'all ever heard of the Ben Ishmael tribe in America west of the Mississippi Indian Indianapolis name based off of them? No, I never heard of that. Ben Ishmael tribe in America. No, the Ishmaelites in America, I guess he's saying. There's a lot of theories going on. I've heard, America is referred to a lot of places, Turtle Island. Some people say America is Israel, New Israel.
Shout out to UBTV.
I done heard a lot of stuff about America, so it's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, George. You don't like they ain't no damn tethers. How they tethers? They black Americans.
HBCU founded by Boule Society Freemasons. Yeah, and a lot of them have the name of white people. HBCUs. So when we say Deion Sanders is leaving a black college, but it has the name, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them have the name of a white man and was started by Freemasons. So is it really leaving black culture? Is it really black culture at that point?
No, he's right. HBUs is most of them got white people names. Spelman, that's named after a white woman. Morehouse, named after a.
It's funny you mentioned Morehouse. Morehouse, Howard, and Spelman. I'm just saying this from what I've seen on social media. Every time somebody says something ridiculously coonish, it's always somebody from an HBCU, particularly from those three colleges. And it's like, damn. How does the HBCU keep turning out these anti-black people? How you a black person that go to a HBCU, leave the school, and you say more hateful things about black people than anybody else? I live in DC. How you could monopolize a main thoroughfare? They got a whole hospital next door. Get on code, have no dealings with the Travis with his we stiff again. All right, let's move on. Oh shit. 17th century Black Jesus Christ wooden statue found in harbor after sailors tossed it from ship to calm storm. This was something I found on social media. A whole bunch of people talking about it. Especially, I saw people talking about it on TikTok. And it's really interesting that this was found. This is right here, the original where somebody wrote about it. Tracy Foley. They're part of Newsbreak.
She speaks a whole bunch of folly.
Looking at that picture, she's like a witch. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, its origins are a mystery. Here's what we know. It said the statue is known as the Black Christ, or Cristo Negro, is a life-size Cabolo wooden statue on Jesus Christ located in Iglesia de San Felipe, a Roman Catholic parish church in Portobello, Panama. Not to be confused with that we know. Cristo Negro appeared in the shores of harbor one day, where local fishermen rescued it from the water and installed it in a small church. The Black Christ was moved from the small church after it was built in 1814. The church is also known as the Black Christ Church for obvious reasons. One theory about the statue's origin states that the 17th century idol was bound for the Americas from Spain aboard a Colombian ship that docked to ride a storm out. Once it landed in Panama, the statue seemed to refuse to continue in its journey. Every time the sailors tried to leave the port, the storm prevented their departure. Finally, the superstitious sailors allegedly tossed the Black Christ overboard into the harbor, shipping container and all. The storm ended and the ship left without the statue. But the story is finding the Crisco floating nickel floating in the harbor true. No one knows for sure, but Smithsonian has this to say about it. According to one legend, the life-size statue of the Black Christ was found floating in the ocean in the 1600s. Others claim it was built in 1814 with the same time as the Roman Catholic Church, where it's since resided. The statue, no less impressive whether constructed in the early 1800s or discovered by fishermen in the 1600s, despite a 200-year gap in timeline. What you think?
Bullshit article.
Now, the reason why I think it's bullshit is because they said this is Black Christ that was found once again between 1600 to 1800. That's a lot of time. But what was going on in the 1600s was the Middle Ages. You had the end of that was the beginning of the end of the black rulership in Europe. Obviously, in America, we know the 1600s was the beginning of transatlantic slave trade, at least the ones that we read about. Do you think it's possibly that old? Do you think it's some shit they created and put a storyline with it?
It's the media, so they will.
You talking? Okay.
It's the media. They'll do what they have to do. It's a bullshit article.
Why would they lie though?
Why they lie? Why they be lying about artifacts?
That's when they're trying to cover history.
This.
I'm saying they're trying to cover history. How is this covering history?
Do you believe it?
Do I believe that a statue of a Black Christ? Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Okay.
Now, did it come from the 1600s, 1800s? I don't know. You ain't got nothing else?
I ain't got nothing to say about this article.
Now I want to show y'all this video that this Negro. Okay. Now there was a clip I saw on social media of an Asian man speaking about Black people and their belief in Christ. So why is the Asian pastor so obsessed with the religion Black people identify with and what a Black person represents to Jesus Christ? Let me show y'all this clip.
And you gotta understand this. This is a beautiful picture right here where a person realizes where he is despised and broken by the world, a servant of servants, and realizes, Lord, I am nothing without Jesus Christ. And it's that kind of humility where he or she would humble himself before Jesus Christ and receive Jesus Christ for his or her salvation. That's a beautiful picture of what a Black person represents for Jesus Christ. And you just sully and ruin that picture by saying, no, I don't want to become this picture. I want to be like those Jews in Jerusalem instead. You know what God did with the Jews in Jerusalem today? Go to Romans 11. Go to Romans chapter 11. You know what God did? They're despised, you got to understand. They're put aside. They're cast away. Why in the world do you want to become like the Jews in Jerusalem today? They're cast away.
So he's saying Black people should want to be Christians because you're at the bottom of society, just like Christ was when he humbled himself. So because you're at the bottom, you should want to be a Christian. You fit the profile of what a Christian should want to be. But he don't see what you're going through as a curse. He don't see it as that. He also saying you want to be like the Jews, and it's no,
we
you don't
don't.
want to be like nothing. We don't want to be Jewish.
Ish.
We don't want that. That's a lie.
So you got to understand this. In the Old Testament, the people that God used were the Jews in Jerusalem. However, they rejected their Messiah, and during this transitional period right here, then God turned to the church, who are non-Jews.
I would love him to show that. Because in nowhere are the church refers to the quote unquote non-Jews. He said, the easiest way to win to Christ, listen what he's doing. I'm going to read what he said. He said, the easiest people to win to Christ are actually Black people. The very idea that I'm racist, I'm actually putting you on a pedestal. He's saying because Black people are so downtrodden and gullible.
Because we're the people in the Bible.
they're so easy. It's easy to convert them because they have no hope in anything else. So he's actually being somewhat racist, but then he said, I'm not racist, I'm putting you on a pedestal. And the reason why, and people saying, why in the hell is an Asian worried about black people? Well, he's a Christian. And there's a great worldly deception on who these people really are. And they know who you really are. That's why they talk about you so often. I mean, think about it. When you look at, in particular, black Americans, you're at the bottom of this society. All you really are you're put in front of people as entertainment. Yet you're at the top of everybody's list and who to blame for stuff. The top of anything that starts with you, trends. Somehow you got all this attention on you. You're supposed to be ignored.
Well, you're the salt of the earth.
Somehow, though, you're a constant storyline in all these people's mind. It's amazing. Now, you do have segments of society that they don't think about black people at all. But when it's time to blame somebody, they blame black people. And we're going to get to that next. Hold on. All right. And one of the things they blame is this right here. California advances goal of reparations for black residents. Activists calls for $350,000 per person. Now it was 230.
Oh, George will be getting a nice check coming soon.
Yeah, George, if you out there, you can get a nice little check for this. So it went from 200 something thousand. Now the activists are calling for 350. Now they've came out, the Reparations Commission said it's not going up. This is what we're sticking with. This number. We already came out with a number. We're not going up. So remember the number they came up with would give $556 billion to Californians, black Californians. Them asking for $350K would raise that up a lot. So they're like, we're sticking with this number. We're not going up. But Fox News talking about it, and we'll finally address a part of this that we haven't really got to yet, which is the reason why this is being pushed forward. We know that Gavin Newsom is the one who put this together. Clearly, he's running for president.
Who gonna vote for him?
Well, the reason why he's putting this thing together to possibly give up reparations is because he thinks you're going to vote for him.
You have people leaving your state because they don't want to.
If I give every black person in my state, even if I don't give it to them, if I just I show that I'm trying to get it. If I just show I'm trying to get them the money. Then in 2024, when I run for president, you know what I can say? I'm the only person in this country that actually put a number and actually push for reparations. Guess what I'll do when I'm president?
Nothing.
No. He'll just say, guess what I'll do when I'm president? I'll do it in every state.
Nationwide?
Yeah. If I do it nationwide, I'll do it nationwide if you vote for me as president. I'm going to fix the original sin, as Biden called it. How many people you think gonna vote for him? Don't lie.
People like George voting for him because
you saw. Whoa. So if Gavin Newsom actually got, let's say this went through.
I'm not voting for him.
Just wait. Let me finish the sentence. Let's say this actually goes through.
Good.
And Gavin Newsom runs for president in 2024, and he said, "I did it in California. You vote for me as president, I do it across the country." You still wouldn't vote for him?
Hell no.
So you don't agree with reparations?
I agree with reparations, but that don't mean I'm gonna vote for you.
Wait. If you want reparations, wouldn't you vote for the person that's proven he can get it?
I'm not picking between the lesser evil.
That's not lesser evil. Are you voting for one thing, ain't you?
I won't take that dirty money.
So you don't want reparations?
That's dirty money.
Oh, sorry. You don't want reparations from Gavin Newsom?
I don't want nothing from Gavin Newsom.
You can't. You got to vote for somebody at some point.
I ain't voting for nobody.
So how you gonna get it?
You know when we gonna get it?
Okay. Now remember, Mayor Eric Adams also said that he wants to get reparations in Albany, New York. Sorry, he was in Albany. He said he wants to get reparations for New Yorkers, saying how he wants to go after the businesses that has ties to slavery to make them pay reparations.
Well, please make sure y'all do y'all due diligence in New York, because there are a lot of tethers in New York. And we don't want you mistakenly giving our money to them.
Okay.
Please.
By the way, when I saw this little picture here, it says Vernon AMC Church pastor Robert Turner holds a reparations now sign after leading a protest from City Hall back to his church in the Greenwood neighborhood on November 18, 2020 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Remember that AME Church story?
Who?
The AME Church story. $90 million was stolen.
I don't remember
And
that
fraud.
story.
You remember the story?
No.
The AME Church, there was $90 million stolen.
Oh, yes, I do.
And they were saying who did it. And they blamed some bishops and stuff.
Yeah, I remember it.
They now blaming somebody else. I couldn't get to the article because it's on a law website that you have to actually sign into and be a lawyer, apparently. But they're blaming somebody else for the money missing now. That case is still going on, by the way. When I saw that AME, I said, oh yeah, that case still going on. So somebody got $90 million out of the church, maybe a couple people, and they're blaming somebody else for the money missing. I want to show this now. Okay. Now this was Dr. Umar Johnson. We talked about him last week in his Breakfast Club interview about Deion Sanders. Now we're going to show a clip of him.
We know George's going to have something negative to say about Dr. Umar Johnson.
Talk about reparations for black people. All right.
I didn't even hear this interview, and I knew I was going to say inflation.
So another part that Dr. Umar just said that I wanted to get to, keep in mind the last couple of years we've been talking about reparations for black people, but there's also been bringing up reparations for gay people. Remember that? They want gay reparations for immigrants at the border.
They got more though.
I've heard reparations for all type of groups. So are they really doing this to get reparations for black people? I believe Newsom obviously is running for president. That's why he's doing it. But when I saw Mayor Eric Adams do it or push for it, I said, are they using black people reparations as a push to give money to other groups? Like they do always. They start with black people, make you the standard, and then everybody else can get through you.
And they end up giving them more.
And now the reparations, they'll say it's for black people. They'll say it's for minority groups or disenfranchised groups. So now you won't be the only one getting reparations for what happened to you. Because remember, they changed it from slavery to housing discrimination, police brutality, all type. They changed the parameters for which reparations will be given. It's not slavery. The main one is housing discrimination. At least that's what they used in California. So if you're only doing this to people who had to deal with housing discrimination, that's not just black people. They're gonna say, oh, there were people who were back in the day who were in gay couples who couldn't buy certain houses because they didn't want to sell to them. Or hell, interracial couples weren't given certain ability to buy certain houses because of their relationships. How many groups will be able to get into that all of a sudden? So at that point, we ask the question, is it really for black people?
We know there's always a end game.
And like you said, you brought up the inflation.
Yeah, what's they going to get in California? You must going to take your money and go back down south.
No. What he's saying is they're going to raise the inflation in general to where it's not going to be worth what they said it's worth. They're just going to say, oh, well.
They better take their money and go back to the south.
What, you would actually stay in the country?
Where you going to go?
What do you mean, where you going to go?
I'm just asking, where would you go?
Anywhere you want to go.
Where would you go?
Anywhere I want to go.
You got anything comes off the top of your head?
I don't know.
Why not the motherland?
Who said I wouldn't?
I would think that'd be one of the first places you would say.
Who said it? Who said it ain't?
Well, or you just don't want to disclose where you're gonna go?
Because I don't know. And that's what the civil rights movement turned into. That
very
was
true, Dr. Umar Johnson. Very true.
So you don't support reparations no more, cash payments.
Well,
damn, he convinced you.
No. We've always said there's supposed to be more. I shouldn't say we. I've always said there should be more than just cash payments.
So what else you want?
Land.
What's it gonna do with land?
We should be a protected class.
Didn't they already do that with civil rights movement?
No,
that's what they're gonna say.
Clearly they didn't do it because
that's
we're getting shot like hell.
Affirmative action.
Those laws have not stuck to the books.
Okay.
And it should not just be one big lump sum.
Oh, you want payments? So he's like, when you know how when you win the lottery, You could choose to take all of it in one big lump sum or get $20,000 payments.
You want it in a big lump sum?
I didn't say what I do or don't want. I'm saying, you know how that's what they do it with the lottery winners. You get to choose between one big lump sum.
Yeah, we know.
Or payments. So you think it should be payments like
it should be payments?
Why?
Well, I think you budget better if you had payments, opposed to just getting one big lump sum.
So you agree with Phase Out Love then?
And not only just that, it's more than 200.
No.
223,000.
No, Phase Out Love, the black actor that's Phase Out Love, they didn't say his name. Blast $223K reparations payment suggested by California Commission. Says cash will go right to Cadillac and Mercedes Benz. So you agree?
I didn't agree. I didn't say I agree with
Don't
him.
try to back. Are you trying to see?
No, I don't backpedal.
You're backstroking now. You're in the water.
I don't swim, so I don't know how to swim, so I don't backstroke or pedal.
You agree with Phase Out Love that if you give black people money, they'll spend it. You just said
and my body ain't built like a whale, so I don't float.
So you believe that you need to give black people payments instead of one big lump sum because they're wasted?
No, I think it should just be a continual payment. That's not enough money.
This means not enough money.
200. That does not equate to how much money that we are owed.
That's not the question. I'm asking, do you think they should get cash?
Well, you know, I'm gonna answer the question the way I want to answer.
In lump sums, or you already answered the question. You already said you think they should get in payments. Now I'm asking you why.
I gotta explain it to you. Why?
I don't know why you want in. He think you shouldn't give it because they're wasted. So you agree with him or not?
I think you budget better when you have lump sum.
So you believe that we're wasted
versus a big cash payment.
He don't want to say it for some reason. You agree with him?
No, I'm gonna say it in a particular way that it's not gonna be offensive to black people.
Actor Phase Out Love has lashed out the notion that black people in California will be given $223,000 in reparations, saying that the money will only be used to purchase luxury cars. Love 54 made an eye-opening response in an interview with YouTube channel Black TV. Well, as the debate over reparations and slavery in Golden State continues, the Meteor Man star said, "F that, another trick, man. But that's money going to go right back to Cadillac and right back to Mercedes Benz."
Well, Phase Out Love ain't getting no check.
He is Cuban.
He's Cuban.
In the interview, Love went on to offer an alternative to monetary reparations, suggesting that black people should be tax exempt for life. I've heard that before. You said that before. Tax exempt.
Yeah.
The Cuban-born actor referred to slaves being treated as tax write-off during the Civil War. He also brought up the fact that the federal income tax was initiated by the U.S. government in order to pay for the Civil War. The financial requirements of the war saw Congress place the flat 3% tax on all incomes over $800. Following the end of the war, the original law was repealed and not formally replaced until 1913 federal income tax.
And Dr. Umar Johnson comes from Cuban ancestry too.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, both of them. Love is known for his controversial remarks in 2015. We already know about that. In one tweet, Love referred to black people who believe in
Big Worm.
Huh?
Big Worm.
So you agree with him? Would you rather tax exemption for life or actual monetary money?
Everything, all the above.
Hold on, let me say this. The scriptures tell you the wealth of the wicked is reserved for the righteous. So we know what's going to happen at some point. We know it's going to happen. But now you asking for tax exemption, protected class, money, land. That's it.
We also need to have some therapy.
You want them to pay for therapy?
Yeah.
You can get it yourself.
Through who? The pastor?
I didn't say you had to go to a pastor. You can pay for it yourself. Hold on. You got land, tax exemption, money, and you can pay for the
Is the pastor going to have somebody in the room with him when he's doing counseling with the women?
Oh, he is. They're going to be holding the camera.
Oh God!
They can be holding the damn camera.
Action!
Hold on, what the hell?
It don't stop.
Yeah, for some reason. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I forgot I got to do this. I guess I got to do this every once in a while. What the? Hold on. Just hold on. We gonna...
Just read it out loud from there. Sorry, y'all. Dude got some junky shit going on.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do this again.
Where is Rosie Smiles?
Why you be asking for people to be up? Look, man, they here. They ain't. The people got lives, man. Leave people alone. I'm sorry, y'all, if it's lagging and stuff.
Damn, dude, just read the comment.
I'm gonna get to it, bro. I spent too much time getting this shit together. I gotta. Please work. All right, whatever. Can I click it from here? No. All right, whatever. Gavin Newsom looks like a lizard. LOL, he run California into the ground. He's the worst. Why is this not? Let me try this.
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry, man.
I ain't got all day and these people ain't got all day.
Bro, I really... Why won't this work? Why? I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. Travis getting...
Yeah, I'm getting irritated.
Travis about to swing on you.
People leaving.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Now I'm moving on. Let me read some of these, damn. Tommy said we need land, cash, food, minerals, etc. So you want to go into farming? I've heard people say that too. That farming is the answer. I saw somebody say we talked about it. Somebody said we should get contracts with the government through farming. Travis George said Travis need to stop doing weed because I want my damn money.
We know you want your damn money so you can pay off your student loans.
Travis get counseling for the bunnies he talked to in the midnight hour when he think no one see his black ass in action. Woke folks said everything with attachment into slavery, even the states owe. Yeah. Yep, Travis everything. Regina, Travis everything everywhere all at once. We want it all. That's
brand
old.
new socks and drawers. I want it all.
That's a old, who did that song?
I want it all.
That's a West Coast song, ain't it?
It's a West Coast song.
Yeah.
George, you know, he's
George
from the
know
West
what
Coast.
it is. The one time Travis, this is George. One time Travis could have said we put it all on the blame on Duke, but Travis loved him some Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash is beautiful.
Regina said, didn't know Phrase on Love was Cuban. Yeah, that explains a lot. All skin folk ain't camp folk. Dang. You're not your man. Damn.
Black Americans cut your ass out real quick.
Damn.
You start popping off the bottom talking about reparations. Like, hey, you ain't black. You ain't from America.
Damn, niggas cut you out quick. Oh, look at there. See? Rosie said, I'm here. You see?
How you doing, Rosie?
All right. George said, see, you ain't got no legion behind you, Travis. You stand alone when Massa beating you down for no reason.
I came in this world alone. I'm going to die alone.
Oh, let me try something, y'all. It ain't coming up. What's going on?
Man, move on. Have a nice day. It ain't going to work.
See, mine came up.
Oh.
All right, so now when y'all say something, it should come up. Matter of fact, let me do this right quick. All right, copy. Main screen. Sorry, y'all.
Man, you done said sorry quite a bit of times.
All right, we're done now. When you say something, it should show up on the screen no matter what. All right. I didn't know if we talked about this case last year, but families in Charleston Church massacre victims reached $88 million settlement with DOJ. This was October of last year. I don't remember if we talked about this or not. And I was thinking, I thought they said the highest payment went to not to Ramir Rice. It was Who was it that got 60 million, 50 million? Was it George Floyd?
I don't know. It's so many. I don't keep track.
Yeah. I think he got 60 million. So when I saw this one, it said 88. I was like, oh, wow. All right. This is for the bootstrappers. Do it yourself. Black family closes 7-figure deal to create Mississippi's own modern day Black Wall Street.
How long before they come in and shut you down?
Who?
The powers that be.
Entrepreneur Tony, along with his wife and 3 sons, recently closed a deal on the 20-unit strip mall in the Oak Grove community in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. The family plans to...
They should have kept that on the low.
Where's that?
Where's that?
The family plans to transform the property into a local version of the Tulsa, Oklahoma historic Greenwood district, widely known as the original Black Wall Street. Travis is the...
We're going to have to come out there to Mississippi and visit y'all. We're going to have to come out there to Mississippi.
For what?
George, you the bum. You asking for the money for reparations.
Oh, no, whoa. You say only bums want reparations?
Yeah, bums.
So you don't want it?
I take it, but I ain't begging for it. I ain't telling people to shut the hell up. I need to be quiet. I'm going to get my money.
I don't think you should use that language. People going to be swinging on you. All right, this right here was a story.
Hands can be thrown.
Huh?
Hands can be thrown. Get that comment off the screen.
Why you want to comment on the screen? It's going to switch. It's going to turn on. But with this family here, you saying, what do you think about them trying to recreate?
I think it's a great thing. I think they should have,
What?
The revolution shall not be televised.
No, it's always televised.
But I would love to go out there and see their mall script area. So, well, I'm a little sick on this day, but hopefully I'll be better tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Rosie may smile.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, when we constantly try to recreate stuff from the past, do you think it stops us from doing something new? When you try to recreate Black Wall Street, isn't it a little bit like, well, that was already done. You have to do it your way now. Or do you think it's always good to take stuff from the past?
It's always good to take stuff from the past and then put your...
But you talking about making an original though?
Making what the original?
Your plan. They said they're planning on doing the same thing as Black Wall Street, buying a strip and making these Black-owned businesses in one area.
That's not bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that that's been done before. If you do it that way, you see what happened. They found a way to destroy that. Now I'm not even talking about the bombing and stuff.
So what are they supposed to do? Spread out over the city?
Make it, instead of trying to make it in one area. Just
we like being around one another.
No, you can make, instead of making this one. I'm not attacking them. I'm saying instead of doing this one strip and making it all Black businesses where you can be financially and physically attacked here, you could have did it more spread out. The man in black. But I'm just saying, I'm not attacking. I'm just saying, we've seen how this go and how they find a way to harm you when you do it this way. That's all I'm saying.
We ain't never scared though.
But also there's a family that, remember, I think it was Georgia. There was like, how many families? I don't know how many groups it was. It was different families, Black families that got together and bought a whole bunch of land in Georgia.
I can't remember. It's so many.
Yeah, so they trying to do the same thing too. Keep it on the low.
Yeah, you can't tell everybody. You know, if we happen to pass through Mississippi, it's Black people around, they be like, hey, you know that such and such down there? So you don't got to tell everybody.
George said, hands can be thrown. I'm going to drop my drawers and tell them, make them hands do what they do. See if they really about that. Like, what? George, what? George. Let's get...
It's a shame.
Let's move on.
Man out here selling ass.
Let's move on. All right, this is what Biden said. Biden says, my nation's original sin. Biden apologizes to a delegation of African leaders for the unimaginable cruelty of slavery and offers them $55 billion as Rwandan president mocks U.S. in front of laughing crowd.
Yvette did a live on this. I didn't watch it.
I just saw that headline. She was like, this ain't good. a U.S. African Leadership Summit ain't looking good for Pan-Africanists. She said something like that. So I guess the Africans...
They're supposed to be trying to get away from America.
They trying to get closer. Well, they're not... We're going to get to that. Joe Biden on Wednesday hosted most of Africa's leaders in Washington for the first time since 2014, reviving a summit begun by Barack Obama. Biden said his country and Africans were united by America's original sin and the stolen men and women and children brought to our shores in chains. Rattled by China's massive investment in Africa, Biden on Wednesday announced $55 billion to be spent on health, climate change, and trade. You forgot the women's rights thing too. So basically, it's right there. The reason why Biden is giving Africa money and wanting to invest in them is because they're afraid by how much China has already invested in them.
China.
And matter of fact, during the summit, one of the African leaders of Zimbabwe, I think it was, or maybe it was Rwanda. He said, China has been investing in us they've been coming here having summits like this every 3 years for 2 decades. You ain't been here since 2014 when Obama did it.
They've been put their flag.
Yeah, Africa. I mean,
China.
I ain't want to say it like that, but it's true. China been put their flag down in Africa, like we here.
Well, China gave them a tramp stamp. They stuck it right on the back, above their ass.
But yeah, they were basically saying, "Here come America wanting to help us now that China already been here." You know, they was laughing at them, saying, 2014, at least we had good discussions. Nothing came from it, but at least we had some good discussions. So they kind of mocking America, like, you guys only here because you scared of China. Now, they did say, we ain't saying we ain't going to work with America.
We're saying that we're not choosing between either side.
We're going to use both of them.
There's good people on both sides.
And then America, obviously, they used the Russia thing, saying that Russia is trying to bring military into Africa and cause destabilization. And I thought in my mind, Russia do not care.
Russia don't give a damn about Africa.
They want resources. They want the minerals like everybody else, but they
ain't trying to be there, buddy.
Yeah,
hey, buddy.
I don't think they're that worried about it.
They ain't trying to be their buddy.
Okay. See, Rosie even agreeing with me. Move forward. There's certain things you can't keep copying the past, man. All right. Let me go back to this right quick. There's another thing that happened with this. Biden in the spotlight at U.S. Africa Leader Summit. Biden assumes the role of host as dozens of heads of state flock to Washington for the U.S. Africa Leader Summit. The gathering, which wraps on Thursday, is expected to culminate in an announcement of the Biden administration formally endorsing the African Union's permanent membership to G20, which represents more than 80% of the world's gross domestic product. So G20 is responsible for 80% of the world's domestic product. And Africa wants a piece of that pie. But I was thinking, with all the minerals and stuff that they already got, with all the things they already have, material they already got, why do they need to be a part of G20?
Because it don't do you no good when you have all the material and minerals when you don't know what to do with it.
It's like you have oil, you have you have everything. You literally do not need another country.
We're waiting on the Indians to come back and do the farming.
Yeah, she said that. That was crazy. When he said that, when that dude said we're waiting on the Indians to come back.
They don't even know how to polish the diamonds. They give it to another country, have them do it. They have China clean their oil.
Yeah. Matter of fact, didn't China just buy a port from them? Yes.
So it don't do no good when you have all the stuff and you dumb as hell.
Wow. You call them dumb?
I mean, are we going to say the obvious?
It's not dumb. It's just you don't know something.
You learn. You know what you do? You have China come over there and you watch and see what they do. And after you learn and watch and see what they done, you kick their ass out of the country. That's what you do.
Maybe they trying to be good.
Ain't that's what your boss do when they trying to get rid of your ass.
Oh, yeah, they'll hire somebody. They'll get
you train them.
Train somebody who's taking your job.
And I never tell you everything I do, ever.
Because you're going to need me.
I never give it all up. How do you do that?
I don't know.
What did you like to know?
You see, here the African nations play a vital role in global affairs and should have more opportunities to weigh in on international challenges. That's why this decision by POTUS to give them a seat at the G20 table is important. We must continue to deepen our partnerships with African countries. Ain't France still living off of a lot of countries in Africa?
Yeah, remember they wanted to change the currency?
Yeah, and they said no. France told them no. You ain't changing your currency.
Yeah, well, they over there speaking French, so they might as well keep
that
the
was
money.
Congo. Well, not Congo. That was
it's the Congo.
There's another country too.
And a couple other on the West Coast.
Yeah. I said, damn.
They over there wee-weeing it up.
Wee.
We expect to go over there here. And they over there.
Wow.
They said, wow, wee. I'm like, damn. Y'all brothers over here doing it big.
Oh, Lord. Let me show.
Oh, man.
Let me show this. Biden look like he about.
Who?
Biden.
Biden the Walking Dead. He the leader. He the White Walker. He the leader.
The leader
the
of
White Walker.
The leader of the White Walkers.
Look at him. He act like he blind. Every time he talk, his eyes are squinting.
Like he just smoked some of that good stuff.
Oh, well. The U.S. has to come to your country and train you how to be an entrepreneur, or they're training entrepreneurs.
Well, remember, Pastor Darby said when he was over there, and they had some land. He said you can go downtown, buy a tractor, come back,
Round up all these kids,
got all these kids, and
sharecropping.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like, I'm American. We got an entrepreneur mind. We
thinking
money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, we're waiting on the Indians to come back. We'll wait.
Here's something else that just happened because of that African Leaders Summit. This is kind of sad. In the U.S. African Summit, a memorandum was signed that will have the governments of Zambia and Congo surrender the supply chain and production of copper and cobalt to American control. That's how you get your cell phones, by the way. Those things are needed to create cell phones. And they're just giving it away.
That's why, once again, it don't do nothing for you to be on the continent, have all these minerals, and you're dumb as hell. You don't know what to do with it. You have all these people in your country doing stuff. You should have them train you on how to do this stuff. And then once you get the training, the entrepreneur, which Joe Biden said he's going to help Africa do, even though Nigeria, they claim they are.
Hold on.
They're already heavily advanced. They're the most advanced country in Africa.
Nigeria ain't got nothing to do with this. They're not in
So if Nigeria is the most advanced country in Africa, why aren't they helping other African countries?
Because they jealous of them and keep kicking them out.
But no. You ain't supposed to do that towards your brothers and sisters.
All right, let's move on.
We can't. It's loading. Buffering.
Oh, here this shit go.
I remember back in 2008, 9 all the time. They spoiled us. They had got us used to where it wasn't buffering. Now it's starting back to buffer again.
Well, we also used to have to. You couldn't be on the phone. Somebody was on the internet either. So.
No, they fucking with the internet and stuff to try to get you to get. You know what they trying to get you to get. They determine you're gonna upgrade. Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Supporters demand action on bill to study U.S. reparations for African Americans.
Man, get out of here. We don't even read this article.
We're still having studies on U.S. reparations for African Americans, but California is now willing to award reparations to the black people in that state.
But they already did a study. They haven't even got the study passed on a national level.
What is there any more to study? We learn and we take notes from California, right?
Well, that's the thing. The reason why they did it on the local level because they couldn't get it done on the national level.
Because you can't give other black Americans more money or lesser money than the Californians get. That wouldn't be right. Right?
Well, didn't you say that you think Texans should get a little bit more?
I have to say Texans should get a little bit more because they weren't advanced enough to know that slavery.
They weren't advanced enough.
They weren't advanced enough. I don't want to say the other word, what I call Africans.
Well, wait. So you call that the Africans, but you won't call that
I
the
ain't
black.
calling my people that. I'm going to say they weren't advanced enough.
Well,
they had been touched.
Remember Judge Joe Brown told that story? He said that some black soldiers came and told them they're free. They didn't believe
Get
him.
out of here.
So they sent a white soldier to tell them, and they believed it. It took a white soldier to tell them they were free for them to believe it.
But that would make sense, dude, back in that time.
What?
It would make sense for them back in that time.
So if a group of black men came,
because they would expect white people to tell them they're free, not some jigaboos. We're gonna talk about him. Some jigaboos to come along and say you're free.
Go ahead and talk about it. You're talking about Griffin.
Oh, Griffin calling people jigaboos. He would say that. He's married to a white woman. He would definitely call people jigaboos. He's a wannabe.
Him being married to her has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it is. He's lost his damn mind going on national TV saying jigaboos.
San Francisco Guaranteed Income Program for pregnant black women to expand across California. San Francisco has another guaranteed income program for transgender residents that provides payment of up to $1,200 each month. Remember we talked about that too. So they got one in Georgia, Chicago, San Francisco. Then you got the transgender one going on in San Francisco.
This ain't nothing but welfare. It's 1960s revamp. You still can't have a black man in a home. Well, or another race of men in a home nowadays.
Well, it's funny because you said when we saw this article, we saw this picture here.
They're promoting lesbianism.
It's just so a black woman who is single can get it. Okay, a black single and pregnant can get it. A black woman who's single and with a woman can get it.
Yeah,
and a black woman who's single but with a man can't.
They just need a sperm donor.
Now I don't know if that's true. It's just this picture is insinuating a lot.
Well, that's propaganda. We know that they put pictures like that to tell you what they're really trying to do.
Yeah. So you think this is just another welfare?
It's a welfare.
Are you against
Get pregnant?
It? Are you against it?
What?
This?
Yeah, because the man should be in the household having a job, and it should be a family unit. You wouldn't need that if you had a man, right?
True. But what about the people who don't? Okay, that's not the reality for them.
Well, no. What about people who don't have a man?
Who are not with the man?
Then they should have kept their legs closed.
So that there should be no help for them.
I'm not gonna say there should be no help for them. What I'm saying is I'm not going to promote government assistance for black women having kids out of wedlock.
Is it okay?
I said it.
I said it. You jealous.
Because we know they're not going to give any assistance for a family unit, right?
No.
They never say families. It's always black women.
Virginia said Google Pope kissing the feet of African bishops is all black folks. Well, yeah, I remember that. He called himself being humble like Christ and kissing the feet of another person and washing their feet.
So he was acting out a role.
Yeah,
he was Christ.
Yeah,
kissing the lesser.
Yeah,
foots. He's out here kissing foots.
Foots. Keeper said, meanwhile, they still won't call on Africans who want to ask questions in the press conference. Exactly. Karen, what's her name? The press secretary for Biden. She won't even call on African people to ask questions. Then the African person came out and said, this is discrimination.
Well, we can't understand what you're saying. That's why we ain't calling on you.
This is discrimination. You won't call on African people to ask questions. And she was like, whatever, ignoring them. I was like, damn. Joy said, Travis, ain't no one going to bought and sold land to China. No sound. Biden's not human, mass or robot or reptilian. Where is California getting all this money from, Kiefer?
They have the tent
Huh?
Aren't they the 10th largest economy?
It's in the world. It's one of the top 4, 5.
Something like that. California got money.
California got
you
money.
have to think. There's Hollywood is out there.
Yeah.
All that different tourism, type of stuff.
They make a lot of money.
That's why they get nervous. They kept saying Atlanta is
becoming Black Hollywood.
Is the new Hollywood.
Yeah, especially she said especially with a lot of people moving from Cali. Yeah, but it's still a lot of people there. I know the tech companies started moving to Texas as well, but they still got it's still a lot of people with money in California. So
I do believe Biden is not real.
Huh?
Well, for 100, I do believe Biden ain't real. Biden, every time he get up there, it's like there's no soul there. It's just a body.
And that's exactly what it is.
And Jill loves it.
Man, Jill put his ass to sleep and go out with her freakum dress and have some fun.
She goes out with one of the Secret Service.
Oh no, that's bodyguard. that's when she want to act out Whitney Houston role. The bodyguard.
Oh, the bodyguard.
All right, now I'm gonna show this right here. Remember that woman in L.A. Council member who was talking crazy on the phone about one of the councilman's black adopted kids? And people like, why the hell is she attacking this little kid, this little boy? She ended up stepping down. But the other two dudes that were on the phone, two of the dudes that was on the phone with her are still in office.
See, that's the thing. Californians, y'all supposed to have packed their ass up.
So this person right here, Melina Abdullah, she said, and I'm pretty sure this is the woman who was with. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the woman who was with Black Lives Matter. What the hell? What the hell is? Okay. Pretty sure this is the woman who was with Black Lives Matter, Melina Abdullah.
I guess nobody cared because it kept cutting you out.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
Don't give her no don't recognize her.
Now it says this is not just a man. What, bro? Hold on.
Or somebody trying to tell you to shut the fuck up. They don't want to hear you read.
Okay.
We're tired of hearing you read.
Bro,
read, nigga, read.
I literally just muted it. Okay.
I'm really trying to tell you to be quiet.
This is not just a matter of rhetoric. Kevin DeLone is stoking violent anti-blackness. KDL supports chant All Lives Matter, an effort to black life used by white supremacists.
Okay.
All right, now let's hear what you're saying. Hear what he said? You're not going to hang us because they hang you. He said, you're not going to start hanging us because they stop hanging you.
What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to turn around and do what?
Put him to sleep.
He's supposed to steal off.
Nah, don't be violent.
No, be violent. Hit him right dead in his mouth. Y'all Californians are scared as hell of Mexicans. It's ridiculous.
So
Hispanics are saying that all lives matter.
Wow. And look, 5 hours later, he dines at a private lunch with new mayor and council, business as usual.
Taking pictures with sea bass.
So right after he did that, he went in.
No grits, no glory. Wow. He's out there eating fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. He was invited to the cookout, it seems.
Good Lord, man. What's going on with these Mexicans that talk crazy in California?
They scared of them.
We not the same. We ain't got that spirit in us no more, man.
They scared.
We don't got the revolutionary spirit our ancestors had. I see people all the time say, I am not my ancestor. You ain't. You ain't. There's a lot of older black people, when they were in their 20s and 30s.
They were stealing off.
That dude not sitting there saying that. It ain't. Y'all keep falling for the Martin Luther King, the dolls and the water. That ain't most niggas. during that time, a lot of black people was like, why do you think Malcolm X became so popular? Because he was saying, why the hell would I go out there and let people spit on me, put dogs on me and stuff? I don't want to be around them.
Got the damn collard greens.
So don't.
That chicken look a little
Yeah, it look a little
dry.
It's a little dark. Which means
It's too
hot
dark
sauce.
too.
It's a lot
They
of
got
hot
too
sauce.
much breading on it, and the macaroni and cheese look dry as hell.
Oh Lord!
Nah, I couldn't see the greens.
Robert Holden demands NYC stop funding group with anti-Asian hateful representative. Now, remember last week, if you watched it, we talked about this guy here and what he had to say in a council meeting.
Which there was no anti-Asian
About
hate.
Housing. And in the video, he talked about how black people need help, and it's not just about white people don't exist. It ain't just white people and Asians and stuff that deserve housing. Black people deserve housing as well. And he said, if these people won't, we actually from New York. We are New Yorkers. These other people can go back to China and Beijing. And they said that part was anti-Asian. They said that was anti-Asian.
Okay.
You don't think it was?
What was anti-Asian?
Him saying go back to China and stuff.
That wasn't anti-Asian. They have a country to go back to. That's where they come from.
A Queens poll and demanding the city council stop funding a progressive advocacy group that pocketed millions of dollars in taxpayer funds after a convicted sex offender representing the nonprofit went into a racist tirade against Asians during the public hearing. Vocal NY is a recipient of taxpayer dollars in the city, and as such, I believe that the city council should hold it to a higher standard. They have received nearly $3 million since 2014. We cannot allow taxpayers to be used to fund groups that engage in such radical and deplorable rhetoric. Douglas Powell, an ex-con affiliate of Vocal NY, spouted his racist hate while testifying for more than 3 minutes at a hearing Thursday before the council's committee on civil rights in support of a controversial bill that, if approved, would bar landlords from conducting criminal background checks on tenants. Natasha Williams, the committee chair, and other polls of the council staffers running the session failed to stop him or even object to the remarks. Powell, who is black, insisted that the bill about race is about black people, and then mocked the testimony provided minutes earlier by two Asian women who spoke out against the bill. So the two Asian women, I'm just going to show it. The two Asian women came along and said, these landlords have to be able to stop people from coming in the building who are criminals, because people who commit acts of violence and stuff against the other people in the building, they deserve protection. The black dude is saying, well, black people are the ones who are most affected by criminality and over policing, so they're more likely to have a record. So if you do this, you're literally stopping black people more likely from coming into your building. He's saying that black people who have a criminal record should not be barred from having somewhere to live. Do you agree with that?
Is it the Asians building?
Most of the home ownership is Asian. I don't know
Why
if
would
they
you
own.
want to live in a building where there's Asians?
I don't know if this particular building is Asian. I'm saying that she made a point that most home ownership goes to Asians.
Why would you want to live there?
So you think they should be able to stop people from with criminal records from being able to live in their homes or their
That's
housing?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying, why would you want to live around a bunch of racist people?
That's not the point. He's saying he needs where to live.
But he also said there's some of the most racist people too.
Exactly.
So why you want to be around these racist people?
That's a good point.
Niggas love being around people who don't want them.
Let me play it.
How do you get to come to a country and have a bill made for you? Oh, that's what happens when China is actually running the United States.
Okay, that's what she had to say. Let me show you what he had to say.
Hurry up and buy. You saw the black woman looked at him.
She like, oh shit. She get her face.
She was like,
oh, this
you
nigga don't went too
up.
far. Nigga, we in a different climate. You was in prison. We in a different climate.
She was like,
She like, oh Lord, nigga, you done got us in some hot water.
this why we don't let y'all talk.
Niggas, see
The
when
black man said, I'm talking this damn time
See,
and
when
you ain't gonna shut me up.
when a black man roar,
He roaring.
Oh, this person said non-human media said, for context, this meeting was about housing discrimination against formerly incarcerated and other vulnerable groups. One side is fighting for tenants and the other side is for landlords. All New Yorkers need a permanent place to live, not just white people, not just Asians. He went on to say, as the Asian lady stated herself, Asian New Yorkers have the highest home ownership. And as many people know, black Americans have the highest incarceration rates at some of the lowest rate of home ownership of any group in New York. So how can anyone say this is not about race? Also, there's been several studies linking immigration to the gentrification of black American neighborhoods. What's your thoughts? Criminals being kept out of certain buildings.
When she says criminals, she's saying black people.
She kind of is. She's definitely using it as a dog whistle. Virginia said, he said it with a congestion chest too. Feel better, Travis.
What?
She said it with a congested chest too. Feel better, Travis. Jill and Nancy. Shake my damn head. The world truly is a stage. Travis needs some foe. You gonna sound sick as hell in the mic.
Yeah, I know. I sound pretty bad.
Dude, when you're not around during the week, Travis busy, getting served, dry tacos, loving it, loving it. No back talk or nothing, but gratitude with no attitude, saying gracias.
No, that's you. You in California.
Appreciate that, Rosa. Hit the like button.
You
Regina's-
the one that's in California, George. You supposed to be out there slapping the shit out of him.
Regina said she was signing out of him with nigga know you did. Yeah, she
She was.
she definitely looking at him like, I know damn well you didn't say that. We told you not to say that.
I knew I should have talked.
Because you know what he said in the back was even worse.
That's exactly what he said though in the back.
Yeah.
He
No,
said,
it was
"I'ma
even
tell him."
worse. They not even from here. They from damn China. And she was like, don't say that when we get up there.
We
And you
can't
know
say
what
the
he
rest
did?
because that would be considered
He said no sound.
anti-Asian hate.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, woke folk 100. He said I saw him. He said there was no sound.
Let us know if y'all still don't hear anything, y'all. Hello. Anybody, you still hear it or no? I think they're like 20 seconds behind, so they probably talking about the video maybe. Hold on.
Sick as a dog. You still trying to get that to work? Listen, it ain't gonna work.
It worked earlier or whatever. All right. Let's move on. What's this? I think
A
this
lot
is,
of pauses. This
Huh?
episode.
yeah, it's a lot of
Dead air.
latency and stuff too. Eric Adams. There's no place in the city for racism against our Asian community. And there's especially no place for it in the city hall. So he came out and spoke out against that situation.
I wish you would come out and speak out against black people.
He did speak out against black people.
When?
Right here. He's speaking against black people.
No, speak out for black people.
Yeah, all that. What about the what people are saying? What about the anti-blackness that's going on? What about what he just said? How that city is the most racist area. You
Nothing
don't even
was
care.
said.
Huh?
Nothing was said about that part.
Nobody care about that part.
The man said you can't even go into the store because the Asians are following you around, talking about heady up and buy.
That's the Arabs, ain't it?
No, that was in Don't Be a
That was
Menace to
Korean,
Society
yeah.
while drinking your juice in the hood.
No, that was in Menace to Society.
Yeah,
as
Menace to
well.
Society.
Both of them. Why we always reference the comedy instead of the original movie?
Maybe some of us prefer the comedy over the...
No. You.
I will
prefer-
say the Wayne brothers did a good parody for that movie.
They also did another good movie called Bamboozled. You ever seen that one?
No.
I'm gonna make sure you watch it. It's good.
No, thank you.
Statement from White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre on interagency group to counter anti-Semitism. So they're trying to. They already press releases letting it be known we dealing with this.
They better deal with it.
We're gonna deal with it. Don't worry, man. Boss. They making sure they get something out quickly. Funny enough, this happened. Man assaulted in anti-Semitic attack in New York Central Park. Attackers yelled Kanye 2024.
Still, the Jewish community is still going after Kanye West.
Still.
Everything he said, they're doing.
This reminds me a lot of Juicy Smollett when he said that they beat his ass
Smollett.
and said MAGA. This is the same thing.
Did you call that man Juicy?
Kanye 2024 is the new MAGA. Because I don't believe this shit happened. At least I don't think it's real.
No, it's not real.
So he came up to you, assaulted you, a 60-something-year-old man, and said, Kanye 2024. What the hell they got to do with anything? Just come on. Like they
Just a tiny half doing what they do.
and
Pretty
they don't
much.
wa-
Another
they don't-
day in the books.
They don't waste no chance to play that card, boy. The anti-Semitic, they don't waste no chance to play it. You give them one chance, they're going to play it over and over and over.
They just milk the hell out of it.
Look at this. Walking while black couples gets arrested after Karen called police on them for play fighting.
They were play fighting. Quotations.
Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing.
You know what it was? It was play fighting. It was building up for later.
Oh, yeah.
That was a role play.
I didn't play
It was the baby boy scene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he said he saw them walking earlier.
I guess so.
Wow.
I guess he said he saw them and I guess they weren't fighting when he saw them earlier. I don't know.
I knew he looked like a woman beater.
Okay, it was the video. Yeah, most of the videos you guys played today weren't any sound or so low you couldn't hear.
You got to turn it up.
Why is it no? Hold on.
You've had it low the whole time.
Hold on.
It was just a video.
Yeah, I know. Why couldn't they hear?
Start it over.
They saying most of the videos had no sound.
Because you didn't have it turned up.
No, I've been had them turned up. It's just
That part was not turned up. You just turned it up.
no sound. Why wouldn't be no sound? Let me know if y'all hear this one. Now he said he saw it.
That's a lie.
He lying.
I'm so glad they had this recorded. He didn't see anything because if he did, he would have stopped him then and said, "What are you doing?"
You were called by somebody else and they said they saw it. So they arrested her after she told them they weren't fighting.
They play for, they just devils. They can't help but be devils.
But the biggest, okay. I'm not saying this is the best thing.
It's just a payout. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a payout.
Yeah. But we mind our business.
They have no video showing that he was
assaulting her
when he came and approached the couple. She stated we were play fighting. And the officer just should have left it as that.
Instead, he said, I'm going to arrest you too.
But he's trying to be a tough guy.
So now you got a situation where you're arresting two people who you have no evidence they were actually fighting.
But you're going off of what Karen said. But see, what the woman should do is she should go beat Karen's ass.
Well, more than anything, you got to be happy that he did just get down. He didn't go, what's going on? Why you arrested? He didn't even do all that. He just, all right, you got it. He just got down. I guess he was like, I ain't even going through this. What the? Oh my God. Okay. You understand this thing sound is still low. All right, I don't know. All of a sudden the sound in that video don't want to work. All right.
Niggas get locked up for a week, and this is what happens.
Come back and everything.
Come back and everything in a disarray.
Oh, Lord. All right. Moving on. You just gotta do too much, man. Ain't that sick? Trump who? GOP senators rave over a potential Tim Scott presidential run. I said this like 6 months ago. He's going to run more than likely. The South Carolina senator is committed to a White House bid yet, has not committed to a White House bid yet, but some of his colleagues think he has a shot in a possibly
the
tough
biggest
field.
question is, who's going to be his running mate?
I don't think Trump going. I just got a feeling. I think the hype.
Leave Trump alone.
Listen, I think the hype around Trump is dissipating. When he announced his bid, you just felt the energy was there. People just like, okay. Fox News let him say that and then immediately turn like, all right, we done.
Jealousy.
I think people are looking at him like there's nothing shocking he can say or do. The man had the damn police kick in his door. Like, it's so much that done happened with him. People are burned out on him. His supporters are burned out on him, I think. This is why you're starting to hear the name, and obviously the Democrats have been helping create this DeSantis versus Trump situation. So no, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump don't run. I don't think DeSantis.
I'm not burned out on Trump.
I don't think DeSantis is going to run.
Who is going to be Tim Scott's?
At least not yet. Well, on the Republican side, I don't know. Carrie Lake out of Arizona, I doubt he would touch her. He's not touching her because
she's
Trump.
an election denier.
She's tied to Trump. I don't know who can run.
They're
with
saying
him.
she's an election denier.
More than likely, it's going to be a black woman.
Wasn't it a Republican woman that ran for Congress or the Senate and she lost? It was a black woman.
I don't forget. Yeah, I don't know. Well, on the Republican and the Democratic side, we know we got Wes.
Well, we got a lot of picks.
What's his name? Wes
Moore.
Wes Moore.
Obama 2.0.
You got Michelle Obama.
You got Michael. You got Michael Obama.
I think Camel's gonna run. She gonna run.
You got Camel Harris.
I think Keisha Lynch Bottoms is gonna be somebody running mate.
You got Apple Bottom.
I think she's gonna be somebody's running mate. Outside of that, I don't know.
Joe Biden better not run for president again.
He might.
That's the scary part.
But if he run, I think
and they'll probably vote him back in again.
I think if he run this time, they're gonna vote for somebody else.
They ain't vote for Kamala.
Based off how clean they've made his profile already, Wes Moore gonna be hard to beat. When he's introduced to people nationally and how the image they portray him at, it's gonna be hard to beat him.
He's a tether too.
It's gonna be hard to beat him. I think everybody know if he announces that he's running for president, I would not be surprised if you see a whole bunch of people just say, no, I'm not running. Don't even bother. You think I ain't feel that? I ain't even gonna say nothing. You got that one. Oh Lord. All right. Next up. Yeah, it was a video. Yeah, most of the video, okay. Call Ben Crump caught lying on video. Get your coins. County versus federal, Travis. Travis, are you drinking and or inhaling your citrus, lemon, oranges, lime with honey and ginger teas for the congestion? Mama said. No, he ain't got no. See, he ain't got the recipes. He ain't made his homemade concoction. He's sticking with Dayquil and NyQuil and popping them. What's them call it?
I take emergencies, airborne. I don't know how I've gotten sick.
Because
Back
you
to
ain't
back.
taking Mama's recipe. That's why.
No, you out here having people getting me sick. That's what you're doing.
I'm hiring people to get you
You're trying to
sick.
get my life insurance money. That's what you up to.
Shit. All right.
All I know is if I die, and then dude just start, doing all these big things. You see, what the sounds he wanted, all this shit, and then to be able to afford every damn thing.
Nah.
He gonna have to sacrifice me to make the channel big.
Oh, you gonna what do you call him? I'm gonna sacrifice to my whatchamacallit. Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX founder, is arrested in the Bahamas. Obviously, this is the guy who was robbing the hell out of people and donating the money to the Democratic Party. He was arrested in the Bahamas. But it's funny enough, he was arrested a day before he had to go testify in front of Congress. Why was he really arrested? They really seemed like he was arrested to get away from that damn interview he got to do. That interrogation he got to go through.
We know they do what they have to do.
And by the way, he's Jewish.
He's a tiny hat.
He is a tiny hat.
He just don't got the Shirley Temple curls and the bad dandruff.
Well, he got the Jew fro. Sam Bankman-Fried. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Jesus.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Okay. Sam Bankman-Fried, the fallen crypto rock star facing life in jail for fraud. Founder of cryptocurrency exchange FTX, now in jail in Bahamas for alleged massive fraud, is a vegan MIT graduate who got his start on Wall Street, Jewish son of Stanford law professors. They found a 20-page, I think it was a 20-page letter or a note or something he left. I guess he was going to turn himself in or something. And in like 17 of the pages, he talked about the anti-Semitism. Basically, he's saying...
Who write a paper talking about how they're going to turn themselves in? That's dumb as hell.
Wasn't it turn himself in? He had a paper or a letter, whatever you want to call it, where he was saying how it was a letter to his clients where he apologized to them the first couple
stealing
pages.
their money?
Yeah. But most of the pages were about the anti-Semitism he had to deal with, how they want me, the reason why my company failed is because I'm Jewish.
So poor him.
Yeah.
Once again, the Jewish people are targeted. They make anything about anti-Semitic.
Anything. Candidates backed by FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried pledged to donate campaign cash. You got to. That's stolen money. You can't just, hey, it's too bad for them. You're going to have to get it. You got to do something. What you mean? You got like you doing a good thing, a good deed. You had to do something. Or you was not winning another race. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, says central banks are deliberately causing recession. Warns of the downturn unlike any other. 3 stock-proof assets to consider. Well, yeah, they're causing the recession to get rid of the inflation, which they know ain't going nowhere. They keep saying, oh,
we've been in a recession.
They said we're not in a recession. Inflation is going down. We'll be good. And it's like, no.
They redefined the term.
Yeah, recession. Recession. They redefine what it is. Literally based off the books.
That's what the Biden administration does. They redefine definitions.
Like what a woman is.
Huh?
Like what a woman is.
Oh, what is a woman now defined as?
And telling. I know they got a word for what we call women, pregnant people. Mark Lamont Hill, he said on Twitter.
Mark?
He referred to black women as, wait, how you said black pregnant? No, people that have black. How you said black pregnant people or black people who gets pregnant or something like that.
So he going along with the go along.
He's going along with the go along.
You see why people be out here calling him them names?
He going along with the go along. Yeah. FBI reveals it has more information on slain DNC staffer Seth Rich. Now, if you don't remember this dude, this is the guy who they said back in a couple years ago. This is old. Apparently, he was robbed and shot, but they didn't steal anything. So how is it a robbery if they didn't steal anything? But apparently, Seth Rich, they have his laptop or laptop images. They pretty much, he's been tied to being the person who got the information to WikiLeaks. Julian Assange, who's been in prison for 8 years or something. So the guy who gave Julian Assange all the information about Hillary and all that stuff apparently was Seth Rich, and it's allegations as allegedly somebody found out
what
somebody found out he might be the one that gave Julian Assange that information, and he got robbed, but no, they didn't steal anything. Somebody shot him and robbed him, but didn't take nothing.
Oh, you trying to speak in code right now?
Yeah.
Wasn't working.
How's it not? You knew what I was talking about, D. So you got Seth.
Really.
So now we got Seth Rich's laptop, Jeffrey Epstein's, Hunter Biden's, Anthony Weiner. We got all the cell phones and the motherboards and stuff from Hillary Clinton. Where's the FBI doing their investigation? So you have all this stuff, ain't nothing happened to none of these people. What are they doing?
Nothing.
Well, we know what they are doing. They putting forth fake coups on people. Now, I want to show this right quick. Let me go back. Yoel Roth. I know y'all been...
That's a Jew.
If y'all been paying attention, Virginia said Obama 3.0, 4.0. All right, hold on.
When I seen Westmore, I said, that's Obama.
Rosie said, hot today will get you right. If you need to get rid of that sickness, the hot toddy, I'm sorry. Travis be sticking with his non-black solutions every time he taking says Nike. Everything he taking says Nike. Oh, Lord.
George, what you gonna spend your reparation money on? Are you gonna do like Faison Love said, buy a Cadillac?
Well, he from Cali, so he might buy a lowrider and be out there hitting the hydraulics. Okay. Yoel Roth, ex-Twitter executive, forced to flee home amid Twitter files release. Twitter former head of trust and safety was reportedly forced to flee his home due to rapidly intensifying threats from Elon Musk and his supporters. Yoel Roth, who resigned from Twitter in November, and his family left their Bay Area home this weekend over safety concerns spurred in part from the release of the Twitter files. Roth has faced mounting threats following the release of the site's internal documents, which only intensifies over the weekend when Musk misrepresented Roth's academic writing in a tweet, baselessly claiming Roth was favorable view of pedophilia. Have y'all noticed, especially the last couple of years, pedophilia, the allegations and stuff have been in the media so much more. Like,
sounds like they're trying to normalize it.
They're putting it in mainstream because it's one of those things where I know a lot of parents don't even want to talk about it, which is why you don't even have a lot of TV shows.
Hell, a lot of parents participating in it.
I know. I know that I'm saying you have a lot of you don't even have any television shows. Like, you know how you got that show Dateline, To Catch a Predator?
Oh yeah.
How they had that show and it was these men who were talking to these young girls, and normally the age they picked for these men was 15, 14. And you go, that's okay, you're going after those people. But why aren't you going after people that's also going after the 8, 9, 10-year-old? Like, there's a certain age you could tell the TV show didn't want to touch. Because I think a lot of parents don't want to think that their 6-year-old child is in danger. So they don't want to bring it up on television. Because I don't think the viewership would be high. I think most people would not want that on TV.
Everybody in danger.
But you're starting to see this wickedness intensify where they're almost normalizing the idea of it. And I'm going to show you later how they're already starting their defense of it. Now, this guy who was the head and trust of safety of Twitter, he had a thesis that he wrote, and this is what he had to say. He said, but it's worth considering how, if at all, the current generation of popular sites of gay network sociability might fit into the overall queer social landscape that increasingly includes individuals under the age of 18. Even with the service's extensive content management, Grindr may well be too lewd or too. Why are you gonna stop calling? Or too lewd or hookup oriented to be safe and age appropriate resource for teenagers. But the fact that people under 18 are those services already indicate that we can't readily dismiss these platforms out of hand as low-key for queer youth culture, rather than merely trying to absolve themselves of legal responsibility, or worse, trying to drive out teenagers entirely. Service providers should instead focus on crafting safety strategies that can accommodate a wide variety in use cases for platforms like Grindr, including possibly their role in safety connecting queer young adults. So what he's saying is these gay apps should allow teenagers on their apps and create ways for teenagers to meet with teenagers, even though he used the term young adults when he went to that far.
To make it sound better.
So what you're saying is these sites should allow teenagers on them, minors. Like, you don't think people who are older who use those sites ain't just gonna lie about their age being younger? And what about people who are younger gonna lie about their age and act like they're older? If you allow them on the site willingly, you know what's gonna happen.
They want that to happen.
And that's where it go. Remember that dude Milo? Milo is the one who came out and
He's a
said,
changed man, supposedly.
He said as a teenager, his relationship with an older man was good for him and that he recommended for others. That's why people was hitting him with the pedophilia thing. His fall came because even the right wingers, who he was supposed to be a part of, when he said that comment, even they was like, "What?" And they threw him out the window. Like, we gotta get rid of this dude.
And then he married a black man.
And then adopted a black child. Like,
of course,
it's always. So basically, Elon Musk revealed also that inside their internal documents, with all the meetings they had about all the stuff they wanted to get off their website, you know what never came up? Child pornography. They never talked about it. They never talked about cleaning it off the website, nothing. And so it's not surprised that he got theses like this. It's not surprised that he wrote this, because he made the point that y'all never even, in these internal documents that I'm looking at, y'all never even talked about child abuse. So Biden suggests opponents of child sex changes are racist, anti-Semitic, and homophobic. They're all connected.
Because that's their religion.
Look, anyone who criticizes surgeons, I'll just play what he said. When they can't hear it. Regina said the Cambridge Dictionary defines woman as an adult who lives and identifies as female, though they may have been said to have a different sex at birth.
Wow. So they went and changed it.
It's crazy. Regina said Martin Hill, is he trying to get his coins too? Martin been trying to get them coins for a long time, and they just, he done got fired a few times.
But he's like a cat. He always lands on his feet at some low budget platform.
Biden insisted we have to protect transgender children by giving them the care they need, i.e. sex changes, so they know they're loved.
Oh,
folks, racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, transphobia, they're all connected. Biden made the comments while signing a GOP-backed bill to enshrine gay marriage and interracial marriage into law. Was that necessary?
What?
To enshrine these two marriages into law, particularly interracial?
Should they have made it a law?
Yeah, was it necessary? Like when they wrote this into the books, they're basically saying
it don't gotta be necessary. It's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what businesses right now will be willing to turn away an interracial marriage?
There are a couple businesses.
Who?
Groups would turn away interracial marriages. Those who don't believe in that.
We talking about pastors.
I'm sure some pastors out there that
who be saying I'm not gonna bless this marriage because I don't
I ain't gonna bless this marriage
because I don't believe in interracial dating.
Because I don't fuck with interracial dating.
Yeah, all right. This is just
when you come back in here with something else on your arm that look like you, I'll mail you off.
Oh, you think black pastors would do it? No,
black pastors wouldn't do it.
Video Democratic
they get paid.
Democratic representative says term pedophile is discriminatory. It is alleging that a person is a criminal somehow and engaging in criminal acts merely because of their gender identity and their sexual orientation. Now, you done?
What would she like the title of it to be?
But no, the biggest part she said was this. She called liking kids a sexual orientation.
Well, we know that's what they're trying to.
This is a Democratic representative saying this.
Yeah, dude, it's the libertards.
They don't like the word. You know the word groomer has been banned on some platforms?
What do they want to call it? A child lover? A kid abuser?
George said they always use it to push agendas for LGBTQ.
Taking innocence?
This is clearly prohibited under Twitter's content, yet you found hundreds of these posts on the platform.
And notice, this is anti-LGBTQ violence, and they're talking about pedophiles.
That's violence, I guess.
Y'all see what they're doing?
Do to the kids is violence.
They're already affiliating pedophiles with the LGBTQ thing. We already, they're now doing it out loud. Especially the last year, they've been pushing it really into the mainstream. This is why that Balenciaga thing, I believe that wasn't just about Balenciaga getting exposed as supporting this stuff. This is once again to make it a topic.
Your team filed complaints about these posts, correct? Yes. And how often?
They call it minor attractive person.
MAP.
Ask Travis, he did a research on this. Apple cider vinegar will expel all that chest congestion. Look, see all the ladies in here they're trying to help you. That's 3 people done gave you, look, you need to take this.
Damn, I sound that bad?
You sound bad if they keep.
I don't have nobody to take care of me.
Twitter app take down these posts which violated its own content policy. Very rarely. So from our calculation, it looks like about 99% of your complaints, they basically acted on 1 or 2 of the 100+ complaints filed. Instead, taking them down, Twitter elevated them, allowing them to reach an approximate 72 million users.
The representative Katie Porter. Matter of fact, ain't Katie Porter also the woman who was there doing the what they call it? The insurrection? The one who AOC said she ran to during the insurrection, and Katie Porter pretty much came out and was like, she's lying. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure Katie Porter's the one who kind of exposed her story.
Well, Katie kept it real on that part.
No, because she didn't want to. Katie like, I ain't want nothing to do with this. Because when this shit fall apart like the House of Cards, I don't want nothing to do with it.
It was going to be like a boomerang. It was going to come back.
And so she just said, I don't know about that. Representative Katie Porter says that the terms groomer and pedophile allege that a person is criminal somehow merely because of their sexual orientation. Once again, she's calling it a sexual orientation and gender identity. What the hell does that have to do with gender identity?
Excuse my language. Get this crazy bitch off the screen.
The limits to Twitter allow groomer to reach 72 million users. So this is all crazy. They're coming out the bag. Now, I guess they're trying to say that people were calling people who are quote unquote gay or part of the LGBTQ thing, they were calling them pedophiles and groomers.
Which what they are.
So she's saying you're allowing them to call these people this stuff because of their sexual orientation.
Have the pedophiles got their little thing YouTube put on the thing? We might have one of those on there.
What?
Redefining the definition of a pedophile. They already got the COVID-19.
George already said it. MAP, minor attracted person.
Yeah, I know what MAP is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeper said, "Well, if the shoe fits." George said, "That's too strong for Travis. He not black enough to take the cider. That's like him using the butter on his skin. He not.
I use cocoa butter."
Rosie said, "Bourbon, warm Dr. Pepper, and honey." They coming up all
Trying
the
to get
time.
me drunk, ain't you, Rosie?
Get you a little tipsy. All right. What is this? A witness at the house
That
hearing.
bourbon that put a little more hair on my chest.
Yeah. A witness at the house hearing on anti-LGBTQ violence just said that parents have no right to know if their kids are going through a sex changes, and that the age of consent her nonprofit uses to transition children is 12. So at the age of 12, a kid can decide to quote unquote change their gender.
Ain't that when Zion?
I think he was 14.
Oh,
But he might have been
14?
12. He might have been 12.
Oh, what is it, Zaya?
I don't know.
I'm saying Zion,
So at 12, you're allowed to do that.
which is a holy name.
That was crazy. His name is Zion.
Somebody gonna get it.
Crazy. You give him that name and then, all right. Remember this story a few months ago? Students banned from taking photos of trans teacher with Z-size prosthetic breasts. We talked about this teacher like 3 months ago. This man walking around the damn school like this. This is a man.
That's what George like.
Wow.
George probably said, "Ooh, those are some big ones."
This is what this man is walking around the classroom looking like.
It's not a man.
What is it?
He said he's a woman. He's transitioning.
Anyway, so the students keep taking pictures of him. The students have been banned now from taking pictures of him. And I thought to myself, the first thing I thought was, wait. So we have to think about the fact that a principal allowing him to walk through the school like this. The parents know about it.
Well,
And
the
they still
principal
send
probably hitting it.
And the parents know about it and they haven't made any complaints. So now you're banning the students from taking pictures of him.
The principal and that teacher got something going on.
Like, look at this.
If I was in high school, I can just imagine the
roasting.
jokes. It would just be roasting.
None
Mind you, he's in a construction class.
no schoolwork is getting done. He getting roasted all day, every day. I know how kids. Well, I don't know how they are now. Back then,
Oh, they're most certainly different now.
he's getting roasted all day, every day. No schoolwork is getting done.
Yeah, they too busy on Grinder. Nowadays, they not really worried about roasting. They're wanting to get roasted.
Oh shit!
No fun, no cracking jokes. It's about the business when they get on Grinder. Don't leave me on and play with me.
Wade lied because it didn't happen at 3. It happened by force in the last couple years.
Who?
Wade,
Who's Wade?
Dwayne Wade.
Oh, gets the D Wade? Gets the D
Wade.
Wade and Gabrielle Union.
All right. Documents reveal secret Twitter portal U.S. government used to censor COVID-19 content. So speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk, his Twitter files also showed that they were blocking the COVID-19 information. We know they called it the COVID-19 misinformation, where they were stopping certain things from going viral, stopping certain things from being seen and liked, retweeted.
It's a shame what these people have done to the American citizens, giving them viruses. It's just ridiculous.
You getting brave, ain't you? Are we deep into anybody who listens? They have to listen to this whole thing to catch you saying that.
Oh, they listen to the whole thing.
I don't think they
Yes,
do. They have to listen deep to catch that one. They catch that one, I respect it. I won't even be mad. I respect it.
The tiny hats, they be listening to it while they ironing their clothes, getting ready to go to the Senegal.
DeSantis requests grand jury probe on COVID-19 vaccines. The governor also announced the creation of a public health integrity committee. So Ron DeSantis, this is a pretty big deal. Ron DeSantis is asking for an investigation or a probe into the COVID policies. Now he's only doing this in Florida.
He can't do it nowhere else.
But he has all control in Florida. They won every position. It's all red, no Democrats.
He's just trying to get some brownie points for his
Possible run. Now, what
Nobody
happened?
give a damn about no DeSantis.
Now, keep in mind, Donald Trump, with his Operation Warp Speed, he also said that the vaccine should be called the Trump scene. Remember that. So what happens in a debate?
Why are you bringing up old shit?
What happens in
Why are you bringing up old shit? You know what? People are allowed to express
He still
something
supports
at that
it.
point in time, and
No,
they're
he's
allowed
still
to
saying
change.
it. What
Because he thinks that it's good for us.
She said, hot toddy is whiskey or bourbon, lemon and honey. Add some cinnamon. What happens when Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis are having a debate and the topic of COVID vaccines come up and Donald Trump is saying, oh, they're great. The Trump scene. I was the one who got it out. It saved millions. And DeSantis turned around and said, it was a terrible thing. The policies destroyed lives and that we don't know the ramifications of this vaccine. Who's going to get more support?
You know those pictures that Adrian Gilliam has in Florida? Laying ass out naked on the floor with a white dude in the bed? The same thing gonna happen with DeSantis.
Yeah. I don't know. You think Trump
Did
get
he
him out
give
like
his wife a little peck on the cheek?
a man can't kiss his wife on the cheek?
No, you supposed to tongue her down.
Not in public. Not a Christian
I don't
man.
give a damn.
Not a Christian man in front of people.
He's
He's
a
a Christian,
Christian man?
in front of Christian people, his supporters, with his Christian wife.
Okay, if you say so.
House GOP report claims COVID.
I wonder how the wedding was.
House GOP report claims COVID may be linked to Chinese bioweapons program. 2 years late, ain't it? Y'all know how many times we got banned for stuff like this, and now major publications can say it
Because we weren't patient enough to wait
I didn't
till it
even read
became
'cause it made me
legal
mad.
again to talk shit about them.
We was saying stuff like this and we was getting banned, and now they just saying that, oh, by the way, GOP Republicans are saying that this may be thing. No, Fauci, we still in the middle of a pandemic. So in December, as of December, now this is put out December 13th. As of December 13th, we are in the middle. Now we've been in this for 3 years now. So he's saying we got 3 years left.
Oh, we was in the beginning stages.
So we're in the
So
middle
imagine
now.
how shouldn't it get rougher?
Yeah. We'll see. He's telling you.
I believe they got people out here like them Africans blowing medicine sticks in people when they not looking, going.
Why you always want to swing on the Africans, man?
They got people going.
I
And then
can't.
you get COVID.
I'm not gonna bother playing this because y'all say y'all can't hear the sound. So Sean Penn calls the unvaccinated criminals and demands that they be stripped of their jobs while pushing the lie that the jab prevents transmission. Penn is a COVID profiteer whose core received millions from Gates, Jack Dorsey, and Clinton Incorporated to do mass testing. I mean, Penn, a CIA agent, he's clearly a part of the intelligence community / actors. We know the CIA, the military, all have connections to Hollywood. They literally
They
determine.
double agents.
Yeah, the military, the United States military, literally determines what movies come out of Hollywood to go international because it's all propaganda. Movies like Rocky, 300. Notice how a lot of those movies come out when we're about to go to war or we're in the midst of one.
What movie gonna come out now? We about to be in. We're in World War III.
Well, they already got. Hell, we can go back to Rocky. Rocky 3 was about Russia.
Oh, Creed. Ain't Creed coming out?
Oh, you're right. And that was Creed 2 came out. Remember, he went against Drago's son. Creed 2.
This time he going against his best friend.
That one looked good. I haven't got
If you
it.
say so.
Look good. But yeah. They use these movies in Hollywood to push certain agendas, propaganda.
That dude been getting a lot of
during
movies
wartime,
though.
especially, huh?
That dude been getting a lot of movies.
Who?
The one that's in the new Creed.
The one who playing Kang.
And he also played in The Brothers.
Yeah. Forgot his name. He also was in not Spelling Bee. What was it called? The movie with Denzel Washington. Is he in that one? No. Yeah, he was in that one. You
With
sure?
Jesse Smollett's sister?
Yeah.
No, it was the other one. It was the one that was accused. A white girl accused him of rape, and then he ended up marrying a white girl still.
Yeah, the one who made Birth of a Nation. Okay, Moderna's mRNA.
Nate Turner.
Yeah,
Well, his name ain't Nate Turner. His name is his name Nate?
ain't Nate Turner. It's Nate something else. I don't know. Moderna's mRNA cancer vaccine shows promise and preliminary study. So now we got a cancer vaccine.
Are we gonna have a vaccine for dialysis patients?
Now keep in mind, I think Biden has a plan where he was saying he want to get a cure for cancer by 2024.
Oh, they already got the cure. It's like they got the cure for AIDS.
Yeah, he said he want to get a cure for 2024. So now it's funny how mRNA, all of a sudden, right after COVID vaccine, the mRNA, it shows great promise. It works. That's using on other things. Oh, cancer.
You know what the cure gonna be?
What?
In the Bible, when it says they're gonna wish they could die, but they couldn't die, that's the cure. I go out the natural way.
Oh, Lord.
Keep your cure.
People gonna take that cure.
Yeah, and they're gonna live forever.
Okay, I want to show this right quick.
They're gonna be 100-some years old. You still hoeing? I still got it, baby.
There was a clip that went around, or somebody put a compilation of videos together of the X-Files, and how on the X-Files they predicted.
Tad O'Malley has.
Hold on.
What's the last 3 letters on Moderna?
What?
NAR, RNA.
Yeah,
They're gonna mention
well,
that.
that's a term they use in the medical field. Hold on. Let me.
That's a registered nurse. Is that what that stand for?
I think. No,
I don't know.
that's
I don't know too much about the medical field.
Hold on. I should be able to hear it now. Let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Well, make sure you turn it up.
Now this is it might could be not Michael B. Jordan. The other guy that's gonna be in the new Creed. Kiefer said they're going to come out with a bunch of zombie movies. Remember, I Am Legend. They had a cure for cancer and it turned everyone into zombies. Is that That's a good.
Well,
catch.
I can tell you who the zombies are. The zombies are the homeless people and the drug addicts. They damn zombies.
Well, we already had the zombie area. You had The Walking Dead. You had like 5 zombie shows at the same time. Zombie took over media. And
Are you saying we're past that?
It's already here.
Oh.
Also, they did the same thing with the vampires and werewolves right before that. And right before that, we had Harry Potter, the witches and warlocks and sorcerers.
These kids run around here talking about Alakazam. They out here really putting curses on people. Get the fuck away from me.
George said they're converting all vaccines to mRNA. They want 100% mRNA vaccination. Yeah, this is why they made sure to sabotage
George,
Johnson & Johnson.
What if one of the stipulations for receiving your reparations is to get vaccinated? Are you going to get vaccinated, George? Or are you going to walk away from that $200 and something that's just itching your pocket right now?
$200.
$200,000.
I say shit.
Well, hell, he'd do it for $2,000, but that's just itching your pocket right now.
All right, let me play this clips from these compilations from the X-Files.
Just stop.
I pressed the amount of stuff they put in TV shows. And you go back 10, 15, 20 years later and watch it, you be like,
I wonder if Regina remembers this episode of X Files.
Let us know if you still in here, Gene Regina, if you remember this episode.
She's a Washingtonian, and they love X Files.
Yeah, they definitely love it up here. Now I'm gonna play this last little part right here. Never mind, they can't even hear it. Lord have mercy.
They can't hear it?
No. They can't even hear it. I don't know what's going on with the sound, man.
Oh, that's terrible. It's good, too.
It's good, too, man. All the sounds is just broken for some reason.
Just put the link. Can you put a link in the...
No, I can't put this in the link. Well, I can right here. Oh, yeah. I can do this right here. I don't know if y'all on Twitter or not.
You can't play it from Twitter?
No, it's the video, sound. They can't hear videos. If y'all want to, y'all can go check it out. I don't know if it's going to work in here or not. That's the link to the video I just about to play right there. You can check it out since it won't play on here. But yeah, it was a good one. So basically, they went through all the things that we seeing right now. How they said it in the TV show, they said that the way people was getting sick was through a smallpox vaccine. People's immune system was being destroyed through the smallpox vaccine. It's comparable to something that's going on right now. Wink, wink. Then in the last part, he talked about how all this other stuff going on was basically predicted before about 15 years ago. A lot of stuff going on right now. Also, I didn't know that X-Files predicted 9/11. 9 months before 9/11 happened. No sound at all. Can you hear us?
They still seeing the we're delayed.
Oh yeah, okay.
We more than 30 seconds delayed.
No, it's 30 seconds.
It sure don't feel like it.
All right.
Just one of those days.
All this started to me around 2016 when the CERN thing happened. You see where it is?
The Portal of Darkness.
Yeah, 2016, an exceptional year for the LHC. Particles have circulated in LHC one last time in 2016 before the winter stopped with accelerators for maintenance. That was one of the, and also when this happened, remember that Switzerland tunnel celebration ceremony they had for the tunnel opening? And it was just weird.
They were doing a ritual. Dances.
Eating the bread. Look, the baby with wings. I guess they're supposed to be an angel. But they was doing some very strange things to open up. It was just to open up a tunnel.
Of course, it's white people.
I still don't know what this is all about.
That's Pan.
That's supposed to be Pan.
The woodland.
The woodland creature. Look at this. And a lot of people believe that was them calling what they called the devil out of the tunnel. But I don't know.
Should kept his ass in there.
Yeah, this right here. X-Files spinoff predicted 9/11 6 months before tragedy. In an episode called The Lone Gunman. So seeing all that stuff I just saw in that clip, I'm not sure if I'm not surprised that they was able to predict that 9/11 thing. Because a lot of these, once again, all this stuff is connected. Let me just jump. What's this? Travis sick as a dog. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna show this. Okay.
The situation that we're in right now. How is this? What you're proposing is have more babies. That's it, right?
Exactly. And I often say it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek tweet, and that I didn't expect anyone to actually conceive a child based on a tweet. But at the same time,
keep forgetting I can't hear video. Basically, this woman right here, she started a trend across social media called White Baby Challenge. And she's saying how, based off right now, white people do not have the numbers to replace themselves, obviously. And she's saying that in 300 years, white people will be gone. Now, it's funny, she said 300 years, and when you talk about history, it's not that long. And somebody in the social, you already know what somebody said in the comments. So 300 years, when it comes to you not existing, is a long time. She said 300 years in terms of history isn't that long. And in the same breath, will say slavery was a long time ago. These people will flip-flop whenever it suits them. That's why it is pointless to try and get them to agree with you, fight for reparations, and don't care how they feel. So she's saying in 300 years, white people can be gone. That's not a long time. But you bring up reparations, they'll say 150 years is a long time ago.
Because they're trying to preserve themselves. She don't give a damn about what we going through.
Exclusive concept unveiled for the world's first artificial womb facility.
They ain't gonna be able to hear the video, but you could just skip through it so they can see.
So basically, I don't even gotta go to the video because they're showing it right here. So basically, they're trying to create I want you to call it a warehouse, a facility that will have artificial wombs. And I think up to 30,000 of these incubators, whatever you want to call them, not incubators. 30,000 of these machines will be able to host a child. So they'll take the actual genetic material from a man and a woman, and the kid will be theirs, but it'll be grown outside their womb.
So what are they gonna call women now? They can't call them pregnant.
They can't call them pregnant. See, this is why they're changing the identity of what a woman is, because now when this exists, a man can
anybody can be a woman.
Anybody can be a woman.
Because you're not giving birth.
No, they're trying to, and by the way, in the commercial, they made sure to show a black man with a non-black woman.
He might be African though.
But they made sure to show white people with white people.
Because that's what they do. That's diversity for them. No,
because they want to make sure white people know you need to procreate with white people. Our numbers are low. We need all the numbers we can get. But with black people, they go, that's our diversity push. We'll put you with an Asian. All of a sudden, they care about diversity.
Well, the Asians are struggling too. They not having kids too. And what, Korea?
But
Japan?
They're not having kids because they don't want them. That's a difference.
They don't want them, but they don't want one another.
What's the difference? Why is this thing not working?
Dude, let it go. It ain't gonna work today. It's fine.
All right.
Shit happens.
This is the same from The Matrix. They're already doing it. Exactly. The X-Files and their spinoff, The Lone Gunman, were good and very predictive programming. And I guarantee you, when you look at that show X-Files, it has very high connections with intelligence community. Humanoid, human battery scene. Oh yeah, you're talking about in The Matrix when they showed it that the machines were being powered by the humans. Which, once again, that movie was actually written by a black woman. And when you look at the scene when you look at the idea, imagine this. If they did a Matrix movie with black people.
It's supposed to have been Will Smith.
If they did a movie with black people, it would have showed that black people were powering or giving power to the beast or the machine. That has a totally different meaning when you say that. Instead of showing people.
I don't know if they would have made. I think they still would have kept Trinity white.
I'm making a point that if they would have made everybody black, you would have saw a bunch of black people being the source of power for the machine. The machine representing America. That movie has a totally different context when you make the characters black. The person who's meant to flip the system and reset it.
And black people unplugging from the Matrix. Waking up.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately,
we
have a lot of Negroes out here that want to be sleep, that good sleep. Like this morning when I was sick and didn't want to get up.
Yeah. Minsk's agreement were meant to give Ukraine time. Don't got to read this. Basically, she came out and said that the reason in 2014, when America helped, not just America, NATO as well, when America helped with the coup of Ukraine, Russia was going to go into Ukraine during the coup. It was all destabilized. Russia was going to take their chance to get it. But Merkel and the German ex-challenger, Angela Merkel, she revealed that in 2014, the Minsk agreements aimed to give Ukraine time to get stronger and for NATO to increase its support to the country in the face of Russia. So she only signed the agreements with Russia to give Ukraine time to get stabilized under their new quote-unquote government, shield government. She admitted that publicly.
Cat's out of bag. Ain't nothing really to hide no more.
And so immediately, Moscow responded and said, well, this confession is concrete grounds for a tribunal. Like, okay, well, this needs to be, somebody got to pay for this. You lied in an agreement.
Look at the Freemason hand sign.
Exactly. That's what we about to get to. That is the most.
He got his hand in his coat pocket.
Look up Freemason hand symbols, and you'll see these two at the top of it. the triangle hand, and of course the hand in the pocket. Both of those are for Freemason signals.
So all of you out there saying Putin is righteous and a Christian country, no, he's a Freemason too.
So what I get from this is all a play. We're supposed to believe they're enemies.
They're not.
They're not enemies. They don't hate each other. They just
have to do a lot of deconstructing to get it to where the new world order, where they want it to be.
What they believe is you bring out of chaos comes order. That's their belief. They need to create chaos to bring order. We already know Ukraine, more than likely, the west part of Ukraine is going to Poland. The east part is going to Russia. And we're going to get a new big Israel. Because they're going to be fighting for that land for the next 100 years.
100 years?
Well, how long they been in Israel? 1948? 1948 to now, that's how long they're going to be fighting in the new big Israel.
This society ain't got 100 years left.
Hey, you never know. They might find a way to try to extend it. Peru
It don't
coup.
need to be extended.
Speaking of coups, Peru coup, CIA agent turned U.S. ambassador met with defense minister day before president overthrown. So the left-wing president in Peru, who wanted to suspend the Constitution, they got him out of there. There was a coup, the military, they got him out of there.
He got locked up.
But it's not a surprise that right before he was taken out, a day before, a former CIA agent, we know once you're CIA, you're always CIA. You're never not. Once somebody's inside the intelligence community, they're never not in it, but they're forever a part of it. She met with the defense minister, and next thing you know, the next day they overthrew him. So I wonder, once again, so we got Colombia, Ukraine, Afghanistan, not Saudi Arabia. What's the other country? Not Sudan.
Iran.
I believe not Iran.
Saudi.
No, Iraq. Pretty sure we know for a fact that America has something to do with the South Korea and North Korea. America has something to do with China overthrowing their former whatchamacallit. That's how they become a communist country. It was America.
Just blame America for everything.
America, the former the person who ran China back then, America helped form a coup against him, and he had to run to where? North Korea. By the time he tried to come back and take control of everything, it was too late. They were communists. Almost every country that's had turmoil, it was America that formed the coup against them within their country.
Land of liberty.
We know about the Iran-Contra, which led to hell. We could say that they threw a coup amongst Black America in the 80s. Hell, we can go all the way back to the 40s. Then you got COINTELPRO. Then they put drugs in the community through Iran-Contra. This America, the level of wickedness this country has committed across the globe, every country they touch. I'm pretty sure they've caused who knows how many coups in Africa. We know Liberia. When the Americans went there to try and build their own nation within there, it was CIA agents placed in the group that led to a civil war amongst them. Which is why you talk to a lot of Liberians now, there's a certain segment of African Americans descendants who are there who still to this day don't get along with the other locals. Because what the CIA did to try and overthrow the government to put the American citizen in a place of power. This is why he got killed. He got assassinated. He was placed there. Anyway, that's enough talking about coups. China looks to expand use of yuan in energy deals. Well, China is now working. They just did a meeting with Saudi Arabia. They met them and riding their horse knights around and showed them great respect. We're getting closer and closer to them throwing that petrodollar away, or at least lowering how much they purchase or sell through the petrodollar. They might split it. Start 70-30, then go 60-40, how much they spend. I mean, how much they sell through the yuan versus the dollar. And whatever one seems to be picking up better or worse, they might go full throttle the opposite direction.
America ain't gonna let it go down like that.
You think America would? Do you think America be willing? Shit, they would.
Talking about, do you think America would
I'm
be
about
willing?
to say, be willing to assassinate Mohammed bin Salman?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
You scared?
No, I ain't scared. I don't have an opinion on it.
Up to 3,000 peak polluters. Oh shit. Facts. NOI and Scientology. George said Matrix and Terminator are related and part of the same story. From the black woman that created a story, she eventually got paid, but Travis got slick in the process. Blatantly hand sign. Yes, we're doing. People argue with me down about that. But look at this. Up to 3,000 peak polluters giving last chance to close by Dutch government. Keep in mind, peak polluter is farmer.
Not farmers of America.
They don't call them farmers. They call them peak polluters, as in they're the worst polluters in the country.
Or agriculturalists.
Yeah, exactly. State attempted to push through plans to shut down hundreds of farms to cut nitrogen oxide emissions. So what the Dutch government is saying is, you farmers or peak polluters, take this money and sell off your land. We're going to take it. Or we're just going to take it. So you're going to get some money for it or not.
I'm going to take your cookies.
The Dutch government is offering up to buy out 3,000 peak polluter farms and major industrial polluters in an attempt to reduce ammonia and nitrogen oxide emissions that are illegal under EU law. So this is why the UK got the
So are we under the EU law?
No, we're not. But America already talking about taxing cows for their flatulence. For them
Cows
farting.
got to pass gas too.
So they're trying to say that the cow farts are polluting the air and polluting the atmosphere. So we need to tax you for having them. They're trying to get rid of livestock because, like we talked about already, we already talked about this. They want you to eat bugs and eat fake lab meat because they don't want you to be able to profit no more off of this.
Them cows said, do you hold yours in? Because the cow said better out than in.
This is why you got this vegan movement going. They're trying to push people vegan because they want you to get used to not eating real meat.
There's nothing wrong with being
I didn't say there
a
was.
vegan or a vegetarian.
I never said there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying there's a reason why it's being pushed so heavily in mainstream.
It's not for everybody. And it shouldn't be pushed on people.
Well,
So,
it is anyway. Okay, hold on. It's America, like it's two countries, secret societies, and the rest of us. You probably have already, Virginia Sarah, you probably have already, but tell them to Google. I Google it. Too many articles to confirm it for me to argue with you. Are they talking about the NOI, Nation of Islam, and Scientology? They just put out something that said that that was what's their name? Comedy Hype. They put out a video talking about how the KKK and the Nation of Islam had a connection. And I'm like, when the KKK are Masons. They're Masons, so yeah. That would happen. Oh, look, it worked again. Now, at the end of the show, it works. Wow. Ain't that some shit?
the Most High
That
had a
is
great sense
such
of humor.
bull. Wow. Lord.
Well, folks, we've come to the end.
The end of the show.
You don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Look at it. Look at this.
Yeah, it's coming up
Now
at
it
the
works at the end of the show.
end of the show.
Look.
Oh, my God. All the comments just flooded in at the end of the show. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Well, it looks like YouTube is still on us.
Oh my God.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Trump. Sad. Very, very sad.
At the end of the damn show, it won't work again.
Yeah. Look at all these comments.
It's all right.
Our dude was lying like hell and didn't want to put the comments up on the screen.
Now I'm lying. See that?
Either which one you guys want to go with.
Make sure y'all check that link out if you want to see that clip if you haven't already. And this is them saying that.
X-Files.
I read that. The X-Files and their spinoff of Lone Gunman were good and very predictive programming. Yeah.
You remember they brought X-Files back?
Oh, yeah.
I think it lasted for 2-3 seasons.
They people love that show. I can see why it's a lot of stuff in there you learn what they plan on doing. I'm not getting slick with Travis. I'm out. All right, man. Y'all be good. Please like it on the way out. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Thank you for spending your time with us. Little old us. We really appreciate the support.
Because we know y'all have much
better things to do, but you took the time to come chill and discuss and talk with us. Really appreciate that.
We know y'all
I mean
got
that. I really appreciate it.
wives and husbands.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
they need
man.
attention.
If you haven't noticed yet, we're getting a lot of growth on the channel lately. Hopefully it continues.
There you go, being a narcissist.
Being a narcissist.
Did nobody in the comments to say shit about no channel growing with the subscribers? You just had to bring that shit up.
Hey, man. All right, whatever.
But be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe.
Travis, what do you guys learn at time traveling? Did the X-Files clip? I say yes, because anything is possible. Plus, ancient creatures are pointed to it too. You know, it's funny you say that because we did a story about a couple months ago. You might have saw this already, where the black guy said he invented a time machine. You remember that?
Yes.
The black guy said he invented a time machine. You can look that up. So I'm not saying it's impossible. And the way he described it was, he was saying time travel, in his belief, is not like the movies. You can travel. You can't travel into the future. You can only travel into the past. So whatever time you create your time machine, you can only start from there and go back. So I don't know. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't be surprised. Rosie, have a great weekend to you, Rosie, as well. Duke is not slick. Is sick. Oh, you saying? I'm sorry. I'm reading that wrong. My bad. All right, Keeper. Take care of you too.
You've been saying slick this whole time. He been saying
sick.
Sick. Like he can't read.
Nigga can't read. Yeah, man. It was good for y'all to be here, man. Really appreciate it. Anyway, man, we about to get out of here. Make sure y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.
Oh,